Undergrunt.
Spiders would find your bar like Ted Breezy this time of year.
In that respect, spiders are a bit like you and me.
No, I frankly doubt there are any spiders in the barn.
Well, I frankly know there's Dilbert.
I saw a web!
There is a web in my barn.
A web would indicate an arachnoid's present.
In a small little ship in the center of Mars was a sack of souls with experiment scars. When the psychedelic monk said, I'll take two, and he put them in a rocket and he ate a lot of glue. And he shot them straight to Earth when they turned into babies. They were named from that, and they rarely got rabies. And the monk made a movie of their whole entire lives. They were panoramic scenes and zooms of the time. And one time Bob had sex with a ladle, and one time Matt lost a vet to a cradle, and another time Bob caught a dinosaur mom, and another time Matt bought a replica of Guam. And all this more is on a DVD set, only $20.99 with the purchase of a gem. But if you call right now and say, where's my whisk, we'll include this bonus disc.
Hey! Welcome to Bonus Disc! The only show on the internet!
You surprised the shit out of me.
accident.
Good lord. You surprised the hell out of me just now.
I'm Bob Rose. With me is Matt.
Hello.
And with us, after 7 months, is John Bennett.
Fuck you guys.
Hey, well, you only had to watch one
One!
Airbud movie.
Yeah, the one I want to see. I want to see this movie.
You fell asleep twice watching this movie.
It is soothing to me. This movie's very soothing.
Fair
And
enough.
the fact that Bob keeps it like a meat locker down here.
I can't help it. We've got blocks on all the vents. We're trying. It's so cold.
It could be worse. It's not too bad.
Imagine if the blocks weren't on the vents anymore.
If this was Blade Runner, you'd make eyes in here. This shit's cold. Fucking cold. God damn it.
Oh, man.
It is so cold. Sometimes I worry that Huey is gonna be like the Thing or something.
You think you'll wake up with like missing a leg, and he's just surgically
gonna
cut
have-
off of you?
He's got snow in his beard and a fucking a road flare, just like I can barely sleep, child.
Anyway,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Okay.
this. I think this episode is significant because
Yes.
it's the first episode back to normal.
Yep. Watching normal movies.
We watched a normal bonus disc movie.
Well,
After 7 months of formula, where the same thing happened 14 times.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
unreal.
Honestly, I gotta say, I think the lesson is after today for me is that perspective is everything. Because I enjoyed Exterminator 2 to such a amazing degree.
So many times before I watched another Airbud
I
movie.
loved this movie so much.
There's not one fucking dog in it.
There's no animals whatsoever.
Dude,
Yeah.
they couldn't survive here. Dude,
They'd be raped or murdered in a second. They'd be eaten alive on the road.
Point of order, there is a police horse in this movie.
There is a police
shit.
horse.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
But that's a trained animal. I mean, that thing is
before we get into
made
this
It's practically human.
Well, I mean, it knows what it's doing.
Before we
has
get
law
into this movie,
enforcement
we should all note that
training.
none of us have seen Exterminator 1. But to the point
No.
of the animals, I think the kind of world we're living in here is that there's such a degree of animal interaction in this world that the first movie apparently had a plot point where they were putting people into meat grinders.
Jesus
And if you
Christ.
look it up, there's a photo of a guy being lowered into a giant comical meat grinder.
Yeah.
So I assume any living beast that's on the street, a
This was
restaurant
turned into
probably
meat.
they just instantly throw him into a grinder and then sell it at a sausage cart somewhere in a park.
We'll get to that. Oh
I
my
mean, this
God.
world is
It's
The
awesome.
only-
it's so depressing.
It's
The
really
only
bad.
thing that hasn't been commissioned for meat are horse vehicles and pack animals so that the police can get around. That's the only reason. why.
Transportation, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, if you're a living thing and you can't carry a human,
You
you're
are
going
meat.
into the sausage. You're gonna be baloney.
Well, apparently we'll get to it.
We're gonna get to it,
oh
man.
my God.
We're gonna get to it. I mean, look.
Okay.
It's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time since we haven't had to talk about Fernfield.
Yeah.
So just ease into it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, this one starts with a shot of downtown New York, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, a real place.
A city!
A real place.
that lives and breathes.
It started.
So
Look, I mean,
fun.
honestly, once it started with the Canon logo, I was already like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
You
It
knew
doesn't
you
say
were in-
Disney. And it promises me a Disney movie and then shows me straight to video horse shit. I was like, God damn it. We can do an episode just talking about why this wasn't Airbud.
Listen, if you guys need to, at any point, have to make it a palate cleanser for Airbud, I'm glad.
I mean, it
will be
was,
allowed.
dude. We don't have to
Yeah.
make it. It happened. Yeah, it starts in a real place. That's
What
It
is
starts in a shitty apartment when
No,
he's
no,
listening
no.
to
The
a police
first thing is
scanner.
the robbery.
Oh, no. I thought he listens
Right?
to a police scanner and then he gets dressed up.
yeah, no,
Oh,
it's
okay.
the
Yeah.
Batman suiting up of the because. Okay, so just so the audience listening knows, I have the Shout Factory 4 action pack that this is finishing out, and for some reason, this is the movie that has a director and star commentary on it
Yeah.
with Mark Birch. Was it
I
Mark
don't know.
something
Yeah,
and Mario Van Peebles, who plays the villain in it. We listened to about 10 minutes as much as we could bear. John fell
It's
asleep.
horrific.
It was so soothing.
Terrible.
Did they have
Mario Van
nothing to
Peebles'
say?
voice
It has
is so,
so
soothing.
little to say.
He's just like, yeah. Mario Van Peebles at some point goes like, yeah, man.
But the one
And
thing.
then there's nothing. For
The one thing I
minutes.
got
Yeah.
from it though was that the first movie was basically Death Wish, and they didn't intend for the flamethrower to be iconic, but then they put it on the poster. So this sequel is basically based on the poster of the first movie because now he's a vigilante that uses exclusively a flamethrower.
The
Yeah.
director said to make the flamethrower a character
in
And I was
the
like,
movie.
I still don't feel like it was a character in the movie. It was
Yeah.
definitely a weapon that got used a few times.
I mean, it kind of spoke more than some of the characters.
fair enough. This leading guy was like, no.
Well, we'll get to it.
Oh,
Because the
we'll
first
get to
scene
that.
is
We'll get
the
to
first
that.
scene is like the
Ugh.
Batman listening to a police scanner scene where he's the exterminator and he's suiting up.
Yeah,
you see
he's-
the
He
flamethrower.
puts
in
on
the
his
tank.
He
like
puts on
war
his-
vet jacket.
His fucking Nana costume from They Live.
Right.
He looks like a welder. He puts a welding
He's
mask
a welding
on.
mask on.
Yeah.
He's got like a sunny surplus army jacket
Yep.
and jeans. And
Yeah.
It's
that's
the shittiest hero costume ever.
he's a working man hero. That's what the
I
director
get it.
said.
I get it, but
Yeah.
oh my god.
Then we
He looks like a generic bad guy.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like the bad guy in the
I'm not
background
even
of a
sure
fight
he
scene
wasn't a bad
in
guy.
this type of world.
I'm not even sure what
There's
made-
not
He
a
wasn't
really-
a good guy.
there's
He was
not
not a
really-
good person. All right, he
No
wasn't
one in
a
this
He's
is
a
good.
He
terrible
was not
person.
a good person.
And he was impulsive and he did not have a lot of
Holy shit.
patience.
this
He
movie
was not a
punished
patient
anyone
man.
that was remotely good.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
one made it out happy.
Oh hell no.
Oh my god, good people got horrifically destroyed.
They were collateral damage to motivate a guy who was half asleep to do anything. Yeah. Okay, so then we cut to a convenience store, right?
It's
Yes.
a liquor store.
It was a
It's
liquor
Store.
convenience
There's a guy
store.
behind the counter, and he's like,
He's holding a old woman like hostage with a gun, and then there's another
and there's an old man
like 80 years old. These are like
Well, he's standing up. They're both standing up.
You're right.
One is behind the counter, one isn't, and they just keep going like, "Mama, Papa, Mama, Papa," and the guys are just like, "Where the fuck is the money at?" Blah blah blah. And then what is it? He smashes the old man.
Well,
They threaten the old lady, and the
he
old
karate
man like,
chops the old lady on the neck.
yes, that's what it is.
yeah.
And that's when he's like, "Mama," and he like
Mama.
leaps, and then they like knock him to the ground by smashing a full bottle of vodka across his face.
Right across
Yeah.
his face.
And he hits the ground, and then the guy runs over and goes, "This is what you get for making me
You
look
look
like
like
a
a
fool." And he shoots him like 5 or 6 times,
in the stomach.
and goes bang every time.
While
He's
the
bang,
while the
bang,
like
bang.
the old woman screams in
Yes.
terror. Right. And-
Horrible. Like this is the
horribly.
opening
Yeah.
of the movie.
A man shoots another man because he looked like a fool in front of his gang of
But what-
fucking
what?
criminals.
What? How did he make him look like a fool?
I don't know, man.
By the way, they shot him so crazy. They shot him like on the ground, and there's like RC Cola like prominently
Yeah,
displayed.
Sun-kissed an
It's
RC Cola
it's
right
like
by his
the
head.
weirdest product.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Somebody had to pay for this fucking thing.
Yeah.
So they all run
It wasn't
out.
gonna be Roger Corman.
They run out of the store, and the old woman, as they run out, goes into like to her husband and holds him, and then that guy like looks back at him and then shoots her in the kidney.
Doesn't
No,
even
he's
kill
like,
her.
What the fuck? No, that scene's awesome because he like shoots old man. He goes bang, 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 and then the woman's like, ah! And then he just goes, "What the fuck, man?"
Oh, right.
And then he's like, "Look, he made me do it or whatever." And then he's like, "Well, we gotta have no witnesses." He says no witnesses, and he shoots that woman in the side of her hip. It's just like, what the fuck was
It's
that?
a non-fatal shot.
I
That's
know.
all we
Like,
know.
it's like he said no witnesses.
Yeah.
Like shoot her in that face.
Yeah, that movie.
She's
God,
80.
it's so depressing too because it's like a blood squib. It just looks like horrific.
Yeah, it looks like like a grandmother, and then her entire side explodes.
God, man, it's so depressing in like the first minute.
Yeah. You see a horrific liquor store robbery where a woman is confined to a colostomy bag for the rest of her life.
It was like the universe was telling us, you know what, this is not an Air Bud movie anymore. Like that opening
Forget about
scene
that shit.
couldn't have been less Air Bud movie than I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Because what happens next? They all run
They
out
step
into
out
an alley.
and immediately are set ablaze by the fucking exterminator.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Two of them are like half melted within a second.
Yeah.
Running around an alley. It's amazing.
covered in napalm, just completely obliterated.
It's insane. The first like 2 minutes of this movie, like an old couple is brutally murdered, and then everyone that killed them is set on fire to a point where they turn into ash.
They're just like, no, God, it's so good. It happened so fast.
Did he wait outside with the flamethrower until they ran out?
And he was like, well, yeah, why didn't he save
Why
them?
did he
How
save
long-
anybody?
How long was he outside?
Man, yeah, how long was he outside?
What was he gonna do with a flamethrower though? Walk into a convenience store, liquor store, and just start setting everything on fire?
That would have been awesome.
Man, imagine the
Sure,
nihilism on
refund.
that.
Oh
Like,
my
he doesn't
God.
even care who's innocent or anything. He just fucking cleanses the room.
Crime happened here.
Yeah,
No one can remember.
Forget.
I mean, you gotta really think too. We're gonna get into the plot, but the movie opens on a pure coincidence of him stopping a crime that happens to be involved with the gang that will eventually, right? Because this is there's
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The person he set on fire turns out to be very important.
right.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying is that this coincidental thing it turns into something else, but this act is not the reason the rest of the plot
yeah.
happened.
It's
Nope.
totally not the
It's
inciting
coincidence
action.
on top
This
of a
entire movie,
coincidence.
yeah.
It's awful.
He's just waiting in an alley for criminals to. Did he even see what happened in the store?
No, he's
Yeah,
got
how did
welding.
he-
How did he
mask
know
up.
what happened? It was around the corner.
Had they called the police?
He could have just killed a bunch of fucking kids. He's just roasting anyone that's out past
Like
11.
6 college kids just coming outside with schnapps, just like.
How do
Fuck
you
you.
define a criminal? If you're
Yeah.
out of the house past 11 p.m.
You
Yeah,
have dirt on your face and it's nighttime.
I don't know if you're multicultural and you have chain wallets. Look out!
God damn.
We'll look out the side of a garbage truck and decide you must die.
Oh, okay. And then, yeah. And then is that when he goes to the Free Bear?
Yeah, he goes to Free Beer Club.
Free Bear Club.
Yeah.
Free Beer Club.
It's a club that says free beer on the side of it, spray painted.
Well, the police show up. They find the dead bodies.
And
Yeah.
they're like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? And then it cuts to a man who we guess is the same guy. We don't see him disrobe the exterminator
No.
gear.
Yeah.
No, no.
He's just walking down the street.
He's still in the flak jacket.
He's in the
so,
flak
yeah.
jacket.
Yeah.
And he goes into a club that looks like a brown room with baseball posters.
I like that you were like, yeah, as people
Outlaw
evenly
Josie Wales.
dispersed
Throughout
so that,
dancing.
like 20 people can look like a
A
full
bunch of
room.
signs that say free beer, and then a corner with a bunch of tassels for people to dance on a stage that work there. That are hired dancers, I guess.
And it's not
He
new
says
dancing.
Most people weren't paying attention.
No,
No.
but in this scene though, he doesn't say anything. This woman comes out to dance on the stage, and it's like a staring match between the two of them, which cuts hard to a door opening in an apartment with the two of them walking.
Yep, and they still
That's what
said,
happens in
they
that
still
scene.
haven't said
chemistry, Bob.
anything.
It's called instant chemistry.
Dude, that guy couldn't emote. He can't emote anything. He is fucking. His face is wood, and his voice is ridiculous.
She
He's
loves
just
him because he's a fixer-upper. He's a fixer-upper,
Well,
guys.
I just like okay. This
I
whole
didn't even
movie-
realize he had a New York accent until the movie was almost
Almost
over.
over,
Once he
yeah.
started screaming, like him normally talking just sounded like mama, 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 and I was like, okay, whatever, I guess.
We did postulate this was the first mumblecore film.
Yep,
Ever.
this is proto mumble.
Also, the
Moto
whole movie.
proto.
I thought what I think
Mumbo
was great
proto.
about this movie is the whole time I kept assuming that it was just something we didn't know from the first movie, and
And no-
every time it turned out that the characters he was interacting with were
Brand new
just
characters.
from this too.
Yep.
They weren't from the first movie. Like I thought that
Like
it
the
was-
first one didn't even need to exist.
he's just some guy.
Like nothing carried over except that he
dude.
once used a flamethrower to murder someone. You know what
But
I
I'm
mean?
saying, with the way that this
That's
scene was
insane.
Yeah.
He's not a superhero.
With the way that this scene is, though, you would assume that there was
Ugh.
prior knowledge to this couple, this dancer and him, that we should
No,
know
man.
because we saw another.
John's right. It was all in their eyes, man. They were fucking
Yeah,
each
yeah.
other already with their eyes, dude.
The dance was already done, my friend.
It's true.
all
Less is more.
psychological.
Less is more.
She was so embarrassed. She was like pushing
Well-
the 5 magazines.
She's
on
like,
her desk.
she
Sorry
says,
for my dirty apartment. I don't normally bring guys home.
I wasn't
Well, she
planning
goes,
to
"I
bring
never-"
anyone up.
no, she says, I never expected anyone to come up.
Yeah.
It's like, do you
Not. I was
There's
expecting
no way
to
he's
see
the
you
first
again.
person you fucked the whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Come on.
What are you talking
It's
about? And then he
also
goes,
like,
maybe I should go. Maybe I should get out of here. Fucking hate this guy.
No,
a
it's
lot.
it's also like, what did we miss as far as conversation is concerned? You know what I mean? Like, if you didn't expect anyone to come up, did the two of you not talk in the bar and then
Yeah.
like then you'd be like, oh well, this is going well. Why don't you come back to my place? Why would she say that then? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
a weird.
It
Okay.
was just a couple pieces of mail.
Yeah.
So,
He
like,
just
she was
followed
like-
her home like a creep.
Because he goes, oh, maybe I should leave.
Yeah. No, he says, oh.
Where she
You can't understand what half the people in this movie are saying.
I
It's
tried
fucking
turning
crazy.
subtitles on. There wasn't any.
Yeah,
You,
so.
you
you
needed
turned
them
it up
bad.
really loud and we
Yeah,
still
so we
could
can hear what they're saying.
It's possible.
Yeah.
So he stays over, and then it cuts. Doesn't it cut to the X?
Yeah,
that
it
whole
cuts to
thing?
the. It
Wait,
cuts
is
to all
there
the
a whole
thugs.
sex scene
that-
right
no, no,
there?
no,
Right
no,
there?
that's later.
No.
That's later.
But
Because it cuts to all the thugs watching TV.
Yeah, the weird
yes.
warehouse.
the
with
warehouse where they have a wall of stolen TVs.
And
the
Mario Van
torches.
Peebles, dressed only this way for the scene, is wearing like a crisp white tank top, fresh jeans, and like these clean shoes, and Jerry curls.
and a different
A
hairstyle that he has.
completely different
the entire
hairstyle
movie.
for the rest of the movie. I do not understand this
well,
at
hold
all.
on. There's
It's
a
confusing.
conversation between
It's very confusing.
Yeah.
There's a conversation between a guy with who is the skater guy, and the dude from what's his name? What's the white actor that's in a bunch of '80s movies?
Oh, the
Oh,
Buttercream Gang.
the
We'll just call
Buttercream
him
Gang. He's in the
Buttercream
Experts
Gang.
with John
Yeah,
Travolta. that guy.
that
No,
guy.
he's from the Buttercream
Right?
Gang.
He's
Buttercream
also in
Gang
other
guy.
stuff.
It's the most important thing he's
He's ever done until Exterminator 2.
Well, this is kind of important,
Yeah.
but Buttercream Gang changed my
Because
life.
they're talking, they have like an almost like Mr. Show conversation. Remember where he's like, "Yeah, what does it mean when you do this?" He's like, "Well, come on, that's what this means." It's like this like Italian accent, and they're talking about the simple. What are they talking about?
Oh fuck!
Remember,
Oh.
it was like something super simple. Like he was like, "What's a flamethrower?" You know, and it was like, "Well, it's
Oh yeah, they're watching a news story about the Exterminator
Exterminator.
killing their friend. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's
sorry.
like explaining something super simple to his
Yeah.
buddy. He was like, "Oh, okay." It was like a bunch of Italian guys, but they're not Italian. It
no,
was like,
none of
okay.
them were Italian.
And then in the distance, the elevator slowly comes up, and a man is standing stoically in the middle.
Yeah.
And it's Mario Van Peebles looking
Who
like it's an
looks like-
aerobics video.
Who looks like he just showed up from the audition.
Yeah.
Like he just got the part.
Like,
They
like
just
it's a
tell him.
test scene.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he just
yeah.
made his way into the movie.
He just walks into the movie.
Why shoot it again?
Just
It's
a
insane.
warm-up
It's
clothes.
completely insane.
It's movement clothes.
Because
He's
then
wearing.
the dude who didn't get burned up at the liquor store tells him, he's like, "Hey man, they
killed your brother.
They killed your brother. They lit him on fire."
He's like,
Yeah.
what? And he's like, yeah, dude, the guy
It's
with
a
the
guy we haven't met yet.
yeah, he's
So the first fucking thing is us seeing him learn
Hey,
his
man,
brother got burned
a
alive.
guy with a flamethrower fucking burned your brother up last night. He just goes, what? And he's like, yeah, it's like on the news and stuff. And he's just like, we gotta kill this guy, I guess.
This is like written like a short film. You know what I mean? Like all this stuff is
Yeah.
happening so quick.
Oh yeah,
It could be like 20 minutes and it'd be fine.
But they draw it out in weird
It's
ways.
so weird.
The last scene. God damn.
Yeah, man. So yeah, then
It
that
takes a
his
long
name is
time.
X. Mario Van Peebles' name is
Oh, yeah.
X, which is very, very progressive as far as movies are concerned. X is like the most popular fucking.
Yeah.
It seems like something that would be in 2002. A villain named X.
He's awesome.
Well,
Yes.
he's awesome later. In this scene, he just looks like
Yeah, he looks like some dude. It's lame as fuck.
he just looks
He's
like
not
a guy.
Once he becomes Gozer, it's fucking awesome. Like,
Oh yeah.
Gozer if she was like in Harlem
All
in
right.
1982. Yeah, that's
Now
what
is
he
the
looks
next scene when we meet Freddy Faison, the garbage
think
guy.
so.
Well, it's the Exterminator. What's his name?
his
He's the
name's Johnny or
something.
something. Dude,
Johnny
so
Exterminator.
forgettable.
He's walking down the street. Remember, because
Yeah.
that guy, the big guy from Coming to America, that's in the jail cell.
Yeah.
He's trying to.
He's like, "Hey man, you got any money?"
and then he
Then he buys a watch from him.
yeah, it was real weird. He was,
Oh yeah, he for some reason he's holding a gold watch in his hand, and apparently it's his last possession because he has no job. So he sells
trying to
the
get a
gold
job when
watch.
you've murdered people.
Well, yeah, you
as
can
a,
still
as
pay.
a crazy person.
You could sell the police scanner and maybe get a couple bucks. I don't know, or a flamethrower, a World War II flamethrower, perhaps to a
That's what
It
he's
collector.
been
makes
going
you
into
wonder what he's even
fuel.
doing out of the house during the day. Like,
He's going to watch strippers dance.
I guess.
Yeah, in a weird club where nobody watches her and actually wastes half the dance floor.
So he pays this dude on the street 200. He gives him his watch, and this guy gives him $200. And a garbage man in a garbage truck across the street, played by Donald Faison,
Yeah,
who's in a billion
Frankie
movies.
Faison.
Frankie Faison, sorry. Donald Faison is he related? We didn't look that up.
No, we didn't. He would have looked like he would have been like 4.
yeah,
Yeah,
Driving a garbage truck would have been pretty
that would have been
funny,
pretty
I'm
awesome.
that'd be cool if they were related. Though.
yeah.
He sees him from across the street.
Like selling a watch and goes,
Well, wait, hold on. The shot is him in his
oh,
truck,
Jesus Christ.
and Frankie Faison leans out the window of the truck, out of the shot we are currently
Entirely.
looking at, and screams at the Exterminator.
but then it's okay.
Completely dubbed, by the way.
Yeah,
It's unbelievably obvious that he's in like a soundstage
because they
and-
couldn't take the camera out
and
of
the
it.
Exterminator guy's like on the street, New York City, and they're filming from like across the
yeah.
like across
Like-
the block, like catty corner.
Normally you'd see a reverse angle, but they were like, fuck
What-
the reverse
Why not,
angle.
why not do a close on him in the car without
Like,
showing it's
The
feasible?
scene ends with a shot of him from the side of the door
That's what I'm
leading out the window,
saying.
which it should have been the whole time.
Clearly.
Like,
Don't you
Clearly.
have that?
it doesn't even cut to him leaning out the window.
my
It cuts
God.
to him having already been leaning out the window. So it's just a shoulder and a seat. So good.
And him talking to a character. For two characters we never get to hear speak. And the
Oh, by
first
the way,
time we're
they don't
introduced-
know each other at all.
Oh yeah, this was a debate for a while. Is like because he ends up
They have
coming
such
over
a...
to the truck.
Yeah, and he's like, "Hey man, get
And
inside."
Frankie Faison was like, "You want a job, man? I like the way you handle yourself, right?"
Yeah.
Or something. He just
I
There's
like the
some
way you
reason he
handle
gives him-
yourself in that conversation I
because
couldn't
he's wearing
hear.
the army vet.
Because Frankie Faison's an army jet.
Yeah.
He likes the way he handles
an
himself.
Army jet.
Army
He's an
vet,
army vet.
sorry.
Yeah.
Army jet.
Zoom.
Whee! So he gets in the truck and now he's working with him and
Yeah.
for a garbage
Well,
company.
okay, all right.
What is happening?
Hold
at the-
on. He works for him. You never see either one of them do fucking a lick of work.
No, there's that one
except for one time.
scene. Yeah,
one time you see
apparently they celebrated.
You see
for
Frankie
5
Faison.
days that they got the job.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, it's insane. I just love that he's like, I have a job.
Well, hold
now,
on,
so
'cause-
I'm not homeless, but he still doesn't live anywhere, as far as you can tell.
No, he lives in that truck.
Yeah,
There's
it's like-
no way he doesn't live in that truck. That's
Like,
his house.
Frankie Faison lives in the fucking truck,
Yeah.
and where the fuck does Johnny live?
At some apartment we saw at the very beginning where we never see again.
Yo,
Where he gets dressed.
where he gets dressed in the suit.
It's
Where is that?
wherever his flamethrower lays
Love
its
that
head.
we're always worried about where people
what?
live and what their names
Yeah,
are.
what they do for a job. It's weird.
I don't even know they live somewhere.
They have to be real people.
Considering
Now
all
I
these
feel like
relationships are established in 48 hours,
Jesus.
doesn't matter, does
Okay,
it?
but this is
Hold
important.
on, but I now agree with the director that the flamethrower is a character, and those scenes are at the flamethrower's apartment. And the flamethrower is the one who's really about stopping crime, because we'll get to a scene later that'll
Right.
reinforce my theory that the flamethrower is sentient and has a deal with Johnny to fight crime together.
It's like Doc Ock.
Okay.
It's talking to him.
Yep.
It whispers secrets into his ear through the helmet.
Yep.
It's all system.
So that's the flamethrower's apartment. God knows what he does for a job.
All right, so Frankie,
So they get in the car and he's working for him and they drive, just driving.
presumably all day.
Right, but we don't know that because it cuts away to a scene with X, right?
Yeah.
We cut away to X here.
Where
And,
X talks
he's-
about his plan, which is to rule the ghetto.
I'm going to
Is
control
this
the
the
streets.
speech? This is a speech scene,
This
right?
speech scene.
Yeah, he gives a long speech.
Which is, it felt like it was
gives
the
a-
end of a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt like this was like before the storm type of speech, and it's like 10 minutes in. I'm like, what the fuck?
Not to mention, he has already developed an outfit at this
Oh,
point.
yeah,
at
he's
this
Mad.
point-
He's full Mad Max. The
Full
last
Mad Max.
scene, he was
He's
like
got
an
like a-
aerobicizer, and
Yeah.
this he's full Mad Max.
He's almost got a triangle head for the rest of the movie.
know.
It's really weird. His hair goes like out and flattens. It looks really fucking strange.
Like you'd land a helicopter on it. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's good.
Yeah,
X
his
is-
character takes a hard turn once he learns his brother's dead.
Yeah.
He's wearing like what
He's
is-
dressed like Mayday from fucking View to a Kill. It's unbelievable. It's like a mesh shirt with like a fucking like rubber tire armor, and then like
he
just
paints
leather
X's
pants
on himself.
Yeah.
Dude, I would love to see it. He looks like a guy who worshipped Vernon Wells from Mad Max 2.
Yeah.
But he's like, I'm gonna make the ghetto version of that. You know, like that's what,
Exactly.
because he has the mesh, and then he has like the shoulder body armor thing going on, and he has like some kind of feather accent on
Oh,
one
yeah,
shoulder.
one side of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and his hair's all like kind of pushed up. I don't know. He just looks nuts for the last scene we saw him in. And he didn't look.
Yeah,
nuts.
he looked like he was doing
He
like
looked
a
like
Jordache
Mario
jeans
Van
ad.
Peebles getting coffee. That's what he looked like.
What I don't get is they have like a wall of TVs that are obviously connected to electricity, but they have wall torches
Oh, yeah, there's
everywhere.
Everything is
torches
lit with
everywhere.
torch.
Yeah.
They're like, we live down here because they make us. And it's like, what's that? Where are you?
You look like you're in the
I know.
upper floor of
We
a
have-
building.
He took an elevator up before, and then this scene when he's giving the speech, they walk down. Remember, because we got to talk about, because the scene before this, I think we skipped, which was the armored car robbery.
No.
Or is that after this?
No, he
This is
gives
after
this
this
speech
he
because
gives a
he's
speech
riling
to
him up, and
justify.
he's like,
Get to it.
He's like,
'Cause
no
he's
more
like-
liquor store robberies.
Because-
Where's the other
But
cars?
in this scene,
yeah, he's
in
like,
this-
$500,000.
what I'm saying though, in this scene, those guys they walk
gonna-
down the steps to the area where he's giving the speech. Remember?
yeah.
But in the last scene, he took an elevator up.
It went
Are they
up.
controlling a whole building? What the fuck is going
Yeah,
on?
They talk about living underground, but they
He had an elevator.
Yeah,
It's
it
like,
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, everything goes up to go to that place. It's bizarre. The underground.
does every floor of this building have torches all throughout it? Are you insane?
Did you ever see the sky?
No. There's no sky in this world. It's just
Right?
darkness.
There
Yeah.
was no sky.
the Skyfather died long
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, Skyfather was nowhere near this.
They don't get at all.
God is dead in this universe.
I'm trying
So
to
he
think.
gives the speech, and
No,
bas-
there is an outdoor shot of her dancing.
Oh yes.
You can see the
yeah.
sky.
Oh,
in the
the
yeah, oh
shot.
right,
overcast
oh right.
day.
That's a beautiful scene.
Sorry.
So he gives the pretty much almost "Can you dig it" speech, but it's not
Yeah.
"Can you dig it."
It's worse, and he makes really strange faces. A lot of eye work.
He leans into it pretty hard.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
leans into it hard.
it made
It's a
it
beautiful
fun.
speech.
And he doesn't talk with like a gritty voice. He's like, my people, listen. You know, he like has a very breathy voice, which I thought was hilarious. And so then it's the armored car robbery, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
An armored car that looks like somebody spray painted security on the
Dude,
front. It
they-
looked bad. Like
Yeah.
electrical tape spelled out the words.
You were
on the
like,
front.
why did it stop? Like, there was no reason for it
For
to
it to
stop. They
stop.
couldn't have
Yeah, yeah.
stopped it with what they had. Like,
They come out
looked-
on it as a gang, and we hear the car screech to a halt off screen.
and
we're
then
like,
they're just
what did-
surrounding it.
What did they do to make him stop
And then-
driving?
It was just like a bread truck that they just spray painted armored on. It was so fucking shitty.
The engine
truck.
probably gave in. They're like, well, let's shoot the rest of the scene.
Yeah.
So there's a dude in the
Well, yeah, the driver climbs into
the back.
and they get the back open really easily
Yeah.
without blowing something up. Every time you've ever seen an armored car robbery,
Yeah, you think the
blow
person
it
would be
up.
like, well, I'm in an armored car. I think I'll be okay right now.
Right.
no, he's like, I'm in here, and they're like, okay, well, let's just open this door right here, and no, you're not. And you're like, what?
I just thought
Then
that
they kidnap him.
Well, no, they
Well,
hold on.
oh
They
my
pull him to the
God.
side because we were all like, "Are they gonna kill him? Like he's just some guy." So then the helicopters show up because the police actually exist apparently, and then they all They all fire at
They
the.
start shooting at the helicopter.
and the helicopter goes down, lands, and then an extensive shot of other humans being burned alive.
No, a guy
No,
shoots
but
a
as-
flare gun into the
Oh, he shoots it and
helicopter.
it blows up.
But as the helicopter's flying, that's when fucking Frankie Faison, like, this is a really confusing shot.
Yeah.
It shows him
The
going like,
flare,
oh my
like-
god, and then it shows a building with nothing happening, and then a shot of the helicopter, and then a shot of him, and I was like, what was the building? What was
What was
the
that
shot?
supposed to establish for us?
I don't
That's
know
really
what the fuck.
weird.
It was super strange.
But he gets woken up by the flare. The flare blows up the helicopter. He goes, oh, they're robbing a armor
he
truck.
lives in that truck, man.
Yeah. He's clearly
Did
asleep.
he wake up?
Yeah.
Okay.
He woke up
Are
in that
you
truck.
sure?
I don't know if I remember that, but
I don't
I
know.
still believe he lives in that truck.
Yeah.
So then he decides to intervene, and he plows into the whole scene by hitting the armored car and like killing a few
he's
people.
like 200 feet away.
Yeah.
Just makes an executive decision that ramming everyone and everything involved in the situation is a is like A plus.
He didn't check if there's anybody in the car.
No.
He was gonna put like 3 gang members in the hospital and running them over. By the way, there's a guy underneath
Wait,
the armored
did we screw it
car.
up? Does this happen all before they meet? Before
Yes.
we might have screwed that up. That's okay. It might have.
Yeah.
Does he
it
intervene
doesn't
with this
matter.
before he meets the exterminator, Frankie Faison?
No, because they're pretty much inseparable until they get to the end.
Because they're
practically.
driving around the car all day, and then they ended up parking. Remember, like
He did
so
that
the
shitty
exterminator
parallel
gets
parking
out of the
job.
car, right? Doesn't he get out of the car?
When? During that scene?
Because they're driving around like for like 12 hours, just I guess picking up trash.
No, because he doesn't know about them knowing who the truck is. He wasn't there.
Okay,
So it probably happened before, but it's not important,
it's not really important. It doesn't matter.
I guess.
Okay, so whatever.
So Frankie Faison, he uses the truck to pretty much once again he like cut through this whole thing.
Yeah, but all it does is he knocks the truck over a little bit. The guys get away, and does he? And
They
then,
still get all the
and
money.
then they recognize the garbage truck.
Yeah, and then they know who he is. That's it.
Yeah,
They got the money
that's it.
and they just know who he is. He didn't do fucking
I'm saying,
anything.
why wasn't the exterminator there though? There's a reason for it.
He was staying with the lady again.
Oh yeah, you might have been boning the lady.
I think that's what I'm saying is that
that might have been the
the
sex
celebration of them
Yeah.
getting
scene. Him telling
before
her he
this
got a
happened,
job.
they went to the free beer thing again. And the lady and Donald Faison and the exterminator all got into the garbage truck.
Donald
Stop saying
Faison.
Donald
Sorry, I'm gonna call him
Faison.
Faison. Faison, the exterminator, and the lady, the dancer, get into the truck, and they're all
We have to
drinking and
call-
driving.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they're drinking.
They're drinking and driving, and the scene is played out like they're awesome.
yeah. Everybody's got a beer in their
But
hand.
you're skipping ahead. You're skipping ahead because I mean
I'm skipping backwards because this happened before the armored truck thing.
No, the armored
No,
truck
that
was the
was
establishment of Frankie Faison in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the first time we saw him.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Because we were like, why is that garbage truck driver intervening for no reason?
Okay. All right.
Because remember, we were like, who is anyone? Who the fuck is that?
Oh,
Like, what's
yeah,
happening?
What is
Okay,
that
right.
guy doing?
Is he the exterminator?
he
We
know
didn't
the
know who
exterminator?
You're right.
he
You're
was.
right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they never showed him put the mask on, so it was like he could have been the exterminator. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You never see his hands?
Because
It
okay,
happened
so
way
the
earlier.
armored truck thing happens. They get away
It's
with
not
the
that
money.
It happened earlier. That we just
I know, we
introduced
just-
him too early.
Yeah.
The armored truck thing happens. The bad guys get the money and they kidnap. they
Oh
keep
my god!
they keep the driver of the armored truck.
They strap him to some sort of like metal. I don't know, like
it's an axe.
Is it-
They
yeah, I
have a
guess
metal
it is an
X
X.
under in the subway, and then they stand
well,
there.
they walk him to the subway.
They
It's all
walk-
super crazy with the torches, and they're all marching slow.
It's
Not
seems
to
like
get
a
information out of him or
ceremony.
anything. It was very ceremonial because X at this point, he lost his mind, which we didn't see. I love that. Your brother's dead. Next scene.
I dress.
I am
all
the god
insane.
of this fucking city.
I am the streets. He says that a
Yeah.
bunch. He
Yeah.
keeps
I
saying,
am the streets.
But to kill a man by placing him, drawing an X on his body, and then placing him on a track.
Dude, I love it. When they started spray painting the X on him, he acted like they were slicing him apart. He was just like, no, why?
the spray paint is cold.
I love that too, because then the subway car comes and X just stands there like a foot away from it as it passes by him.
Hold
the
on,
whole
but
time with
first they spray paint him and then they knock him onto the third rail and electrocute
Yeah,
him
electrocute.
first.
Yeah, he's
Then he
electrocuted
gets-
He's
first.
getting
Destroyed
electrocuted
by a train.
as he gets
Yeah.
hit by a subway car.
So there's no pleasure in just watching him get obliterated.
no. They would have gotten sprayed with blood.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, like
the
tons
entire
of it.
front of
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Tons of it.
Tons of it.
Yeah.
They also do this thing. I like the director of this movie does a thing where he shows a person's face and then the image of the thing that is now like ruining their mind, basically. And it's just like,
Yeah.
this is
'cause
fucked.
It was intercut between X's eyes, the X marking, and then the guy gonna get killed. It was like
Yeah,
cut,
and the train
like-
going by.
right.
It was awesome.
So then we cut to the morning,
Yes.
and that is when Faison meets the Exterminator.
Yes.
Right.
They drive around until night, and then he's like, well, let's go out. Let's go to get a drink, celebrate.
I know a
your
great
new
place.
job.
It's called Free Beer. Let's go to Free Beer.
Yeah.
And they pull up outside, and there's nowhere to park. And he goes, where do you park this thing? And he goes, anywhere I want. And he like drives over a police like
barricade. He
blockade.
just knocks over the barricade.
What did that establish? Like that,
that he's an asshole.
that he's
Like
a
everyone's an
fucking dick?
asshole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like his friend's a dick just like he is, an impulsive fucking
piece
dick.
of shit.
Yep. So then they go to the bar he's already been going to.
Yeah.
And he's trying to be like, oh, this is my friend, like Amy or whatever. And he's like, excuse me, I fucked a woman. We're having a thing. We do this.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is like a thing I do.
I'm
And he's
sorry.
like, oh,
I'm-
okay.
I fuck spoken for her. I
Yeah.
can't really.
I have an eye girlfriend.
And that's when they all come out of the bar with drinks, right?
Well, she shows
oh
up
yeah.
and he
then
introduces
Faison
her.
has he's got like women on both sides. Like, hey
Dude,
man,
that the conversations.
it
in
was
these fucking-
incomprehensible.
There's like loud club music in it, and they're all just going like,
baby,
"Oh,
you want to be my
You
partner?
wanna be-
You want to be my baby? You want to be David? What you doing, man?
It's
What you going to
awesome.
do?
It's awesome. It's
For-
so fucking good.
for a time when we haven't heard these characters speak. This is like the moment where you have them interact.
Yeah, this is where they're like gonna tell stories about each other.
Literally,
Right?
we're watching the joining of three strangers in a bar, and now they're the best of
all
friends.
of which came together through eye fucking. I mean,
Yeah.
Faison basically
Faison
eye fucked the
eye-fucked-
Exterminator.
Yeah,
from
from
his
the
Exterminator.
bar.
It's like I like the look of this man.
I think I'll actually employ him and have him be my best friend from now on. Like, okay.
He's kidnapped half of my trash business.
So
yeah,
to
now-
prove such, they walk out of there with drinks and
Well, no,
they
they don't leave with drinks, which I thought
No,
was
no,
awesome.
they
They get in the
remove
truck, they start
drinks
from,
driving.
is it in the car already?
Yeah, they have beers.
He has
I don't know
beers.
how that happens.
He just has beer.
No,
in the
there's
car
no
and
way
they're
he didn't have
drinking.
beers in that truck.
They start
so.
making out, and he just slams on the brakes and goes
at some random
Just on
place
the
in the
street.
city.
In the
just
middle of the
somewhere.
city.
He just goes, "Well, I'll leave you two to that," and just like gets out of the car. They're like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "Don't worry about it. You two guys take care of
In
yourself."
a city which is like hell on earth, he
I
gets
guess-
out at random. It's
In
like,
the middle of
take
the
my
night.
gun In the middle of the
In
night.
the middle of the night.
Drunk.
And he doesn't ask his friend if he can drive stick shift. He doesn't give
No,
a
He
shit.
just leaves.
Yeah, he just leaves.
Here, take my truck, which you might ruin the transmission completely.
Which he sort of does. It's a joke. You're like, oh, they make a little.
Robert
like,
Ginty doesn't speak. He's just
Yeah.
Well, I put on the hand.
It's like his vocal cords are swelling as he's speaking. It's terrible.
You make him sound like the Fly once the transformation's complete.
And so the couple, I guess a couple, they drive back to her place, and on the way, the gang sees like part of the gang.
They pass.
And they get, hey man, that's that truck, and they all get in their car and follow the truck.
Their car, which has a big red X spray painted on it.
Yeah. Inconspicuous.
And so they parked. They had way too much time. They parked
This fucking
it's so stupid, but they parked the garbage truck, go up to her apartment.
They parked the garbage truck right in front of a fire
hydrant,
which I remarked on, but didn't think was
going to be
significant.
significant.
It is, which is stupid.
Then they make it all the way up to her apartment. Then the X car shows up. And they get out of the X car. We're all like, well, they're going to attack this fucking garbage truck because they hate it.
Yeah, destroy it.
They walk right past it.
Well, they walk
Go
up to
around
it.
the corner and look up, and they're like, that must be her apartment.
Yeah.
I
It's
was
the only one with
are
the
you not
light
in a
on.
city
Yeah.
where you be parked anywhere? Like,
Like, you didn't see them take that corner.
Yeah, it's not a side parking. You have no idea what apartment you're looking
at all.
And then a cop starts driving down the street, and they get back in the car and just leave.
Yeah.
Well, he writes a
While
ticket.
he writes a ticket for them being
so
parked. by the fire
Faison gave a stranger he just met, his car to fuck in, basically.
Yes.
That he could screw the transmission up. This guy parks it in an illegal spot and gets a ticket. While he goes upstairs and fucks somebody.
Because they're
just been
assholes.
like, dude,
They're
why don't you just
both
drive us to her
assholes.
apartment so I can fuck her? He didn't.
We have a bed. I don't think you do.
You can't sleep on the couch.
Yeah, like it's just amazing that he parked it in front of a fire hydrant to give Faison a ticket.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's all
Oh, wow.
BG. His name is BG, right?
BG.
I forgot. His name is BG. It's
written
just
on
the
the trunk.
fact
You
that
can
he gives him a ticket is hilarious. Like, what are you doing? This man is a stranger, a homeless stranger.
Yeah, you gave a homeless
Yeah, where does he get
stranger-
mail to get a ticket?
I don't know.
Yeah, because he has a registered automobile.
Yeah,
working
he has-
for,
he has
that's
to
commissioned by the city, I assume.
He has plates. Otherwise, that thing be gone. It would just be towed.
Yeah, like
repoed.
throw it in the glove box or something. I don't know.
It's pretty insane if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now they are going to go back to X to tell X where she lives.
X was with them. He's the one
No,
who
he
pointed
wasn't
out
with
the
them.
apartment.
Yes, he was.
He
was with
points
them.
out the apartment.
Yeah.
Oh, right, he does.
He was with them. X was.
Just because the light was on, they assumed it was the person. It was like, we're gonna kill everyone in that apartment. Like, how do you know it's even related?
They turned a fucking corner.
Yeah.
You showed up 30 seconds after that.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone could be in that apartment.
It could have been. They could be. There was a door that went into the building
It's the
right
same-
where the van was.
It's
Or
the
I mean,
same
truck
problem
was.
as the beginning when they just walk out around the corner into the alley and they get set ablaze. It's like, he wouldn't know that was you.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't they go out the front door?
It could have been anybody coming into the alley.
It's awesome. It's
Unbelievable.
awesome. So we cut into the apartment, right? This is the sex scene.
Yeah, this is when they have sex.
It's really hot.
It's great. I mean, it's sex. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so fucking sexy because it's sex.
He
It's
looks like
nipples
he
and
is
stuff.
a fucking golem of sex.
He is not participating, let's say.
No, he
Yeah.
looks like he's ready to fuck. He's like going to cardiac arrest.
There's
He's
that
just-
really unflattering boob shot, which was
Oh,
like, wow,
God.
you really should have just done something else.
Like
It's
just
all- dude.
up on one elbow so they look like they're Dukes of Hazzard. So what are you doing, man?
At that point, it's like, how can these characters not be from the first movie? Like, they're having sex within like 20 minutes of us seeing them. It's supposed to be emotional. Like the song.
said, like,
Remember that song
Oh,
played?
fuck
It's like,
me, yes.
Like, this is like the end of the world type sex. I'm like, we don't know. who these
The
people
song that
are.
plays while they have
Every
sex
day's
is
a
incredible.
gift, Bob. Every day's a gift in this world.
Who are they?
I almost forgot about that song. It's fucking incredible.
It's great. It's the music in this movie is like a xylophone or like somebody singing their heart out. There's no
Yeah.
other in between.
Now, is this the scene afterwards where the mafia sells them a sample of drugs?
Yes, I think. This,
Oh, yeah. They don't understand how drugs work in this movie because they're like, okay, we got a deal, which is to meet with a guy to just look at a stack of money.
Yeah.
To then agree to sell us a tiny bit of drugs. To then
we gotta
hopefully
set it
then
up,
sell a bunch
it
of
cuts
drugs.
to the Italian mafia showing up at whatever the X layer is.
They're coming up the elevator.
Coming up that elevator
They're in the
again.
X tower,
The X-
whatever the fuck it is.
Dude, it'd be awesome if it was a tower and it had X really big on it. You know, like giving away their location to all police.
I know the whole reason. Well, we'll get to it later. That
So
would be
the,
funny.
the mafia gets there and they're kind of critical of them a little bit. But
well, he's like, "What is this bullshit?"
yeah, I have
he's
to
like,
deal with
"Ah,
these
just-
because it's a bunch
it's cool.
of them
It's cool."
at the elevator standing in line holding torches. It's like, what
He's
the
like, what?
fuck,
Yeah.
man?
It looks
not
like a
bit
funeral
what I do.
And they have, once again, the dialogue in this movie is amazing because the conversation between the mob boss and X is almost indescribably confusing.
Well, yeah.
I didn't even understand what they were saying half the time. He's like, "What do you ever do this before?" Well, I love doing it. It was like, what? Like,
Huh?
you have the drugs.
That's the first time he
wanna pay
says,
for the
"I am
drugs.
the
You're
street-"
gonna get the drugs you paid for, but first you need a sample." And that's when it was like, "We're gonna leave now."
How do they acquire the sample?
How are they
though?
gonna get the sample from the Italian
Yeah,
mafia?
why didn't you bring it right then?
Yeah.
You're
awesome,
You're
man.
looking at the money on a table. Like,
Right.
just bring it with you.
Yeah, why did you not? You came here, you hate it. You might as well have brought it one trip.
Dude, it like gave me a headache. I was like, what kind of business deal
Because then it
is
cuts
this?
to the daytime.
Cuts to the dance sequence.
There's the guy that wears the evil guy wearing the skates.
Yeah.
He's doing a skate thing with a hat in front of him, so
And
people are
people are
throwing him
tipping him.
change. And a mafia guy is like watching, going, "Yeah.
Here's a box of Velveeta filled with heroin. It's an enormous package. It's like this
And he
big.
puts it in the hat.
Yeah, it's like
and
a
then we
gold
cut
bar.
back to a scene where he brings X the stuff that was put in the hat, and it was like,
We need to test
why
it.
didn't they know where X is?
I know, they
Why
could've
did you have
just
to do
brought
a
it back.
public handoff with the ruse of a homeless skateboarding guy or whatever? God, it's confusing.
Yeah, it's very fucking confusing.
Okay, so how do they test the drugs?
Well, he gets the drugs and he goes, "This is the first step to owning the streets, and then we're gonna burn everything.
We're gonna burn
down and
everything.
rebuild it. Don't you
In
understand?"
our image.
Yeah.
And then there's something before that happens.
I think this is when
What?
Something.
I think
there's
does
something.
Faison have the truck back at this point?
Yes.
Because he's like getting the trash from that. The hobo is like drinking and he's like throwing the trash in the bag. He's like, "Hey man, how you doing?" And he's like, and the hobo just starts spitting at him.
Yeah.
That was the first time.
Is that the first time we meet him?
At
Yeah.
this point, it's like. I think this is where
no,
him and the
it's-
girl are like dancing outside, and
Okay,
it starts
hold on.
to establish.
That happens after this.
Are you sure?
Yes, because Faison. Because then we see the street, and a couple walks out of these doors on the street like they're happy, having a good night, right?
No, that doesn't happen yet. I'm saying there's something. There's scenes between.
So you're saying the day after the
Well,
date?
go ahead.
Wait,
Do
I'm
what you
confused
think.
now.
Okay. So there's two things. I'm just.
I
Trying
don't
to,
think it's like they hand him the drugs and then they kidnap that woman immediately. I'm pretty sure like.
I'm
part of
pretty
that-
sure that was really close together, though. There
Okay,
might have been an
all right.
interstitial scene.
I think the kidnapping happens, and then the day after sex happens, like where they're like at the park and she's dancing, and then they beat her.
Yeah, because the drug deal was supposed to go down.
Okay, all right.
So
Yeah.
what happened? So it cuts from the guy that's like rollerblading or whatever to the mafia handoff. Then they need to test the drugs. So like they show a street and a happy couple for some reason is downtown. It's like white
It
people
looks
wearing
like they're
clean.
walking out of a
movie
business of
theater.
some kind.
It's a movie theater.
It's a movie theater. And so the skater guy is like approaching them at full speed, and I think he's gonna like steal her purse. 100%.
I thought he was
Yeah.
gonna tackle the guy in front of him.
I just didn't think that they were.
Yeah.
I thought they were extras.
He basically picks her up like Captain Caveman and skates away.
Skates away.
Dude, yeah, he like slams into her, just scoops her up on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And the guy she's with, "Ah!"
He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then some old man who looks like Santa Claus like holds up the boyfriend for some reason. You were
Yeah.
like, why is no one concerned about the guy who just skated
Stay
away
with a
Yeah.
woman.
screaming?
Santa's like, she's gone now, son. She's gone.
So
Blocks him for no
Because
reason.
this happens the night. This happens while they're fucking. This is all while.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. This
You're
is,
see, the thing is that you're starting to lose the thread because the entire movie's just scenes that happen.
I know.
Yeah.
That have
I'm just
no
trying to do it
connection
in
to one
order.
They
another.
barely have
Bare
an order.
connection.
Yeah.
There's
Because
no
they bring-
logical
well, they-
progression in this
to
entire
end this
film.
thread, they bring the girl back to the X layer
And
they test the drugs,
the drugs, whatever they
are on this woman
I
who's
guess
screaming.
It's heroin.
It's got to be heroin, right?
Because they test the drugs, the woman who's screaming, and she eventually stops screaming because the drugs are so good. And that's when the guy that has like the bowl cut, one of the thugs, he's like,
Yeah.
"Can I have her after we're done testing?" And X is like, you know that's not allowed or something. It was
no, it was like, I get to have her first.
whatever. She's
That's
not.
what he says.
It's gonna be terrible.
It's
It's just
not
going to
good.
be
It's
like
It's terrible.
a...
They kidnapped a woman, shot her up with drugs instantly,
and then
and now she's
gang
just
raped and killed her, apparently.
terrible.
Nancy Reagan produced this movie. I
What?
guess. I don't know.
Like seriously though,
like that,
Yeah.
that never
One-
happens.
One hit of drugs and you're just a
I love
a
that the
fuck
80s were either
pinata.
like
That's it.
the
One
80s
hit of
were either
heroin.
rainbow colored or they're like this.
Fuck pinata.
Yeah.
There's shit you could like. There's things today that aren't even depressing as this movie. This movie is fucking.
This is
It's
so
dark, man. It's
it's
a very
nihilistic.
dark
It's
world.
This
insane.
movie's so nihilistic. It's
so
ridiculous.
nihilistic. The hero's not even a hero.
Zack Snyder makes Exterminator 3.
Dude,
Being
I would-
set on fire is just one way out of the
It
ghetto.
would basically be that what does it mean to be a god movie? Like it would be so dark. It would just be black and white, like everybody covered in shit.
Yeah.
And blood, and
Exterminator 3 by Zack Snyder. Would love it. I would pay.
Written by
I would
David
pay
Ga-
$60 for it.
David Goyer wrote it.
I mean, this was like fucking Michael Bay wrote it. It was just scenes happening with
Yeah.
words, like, and you're like, okay,
Nobody
I guess
knows
we're
what's
here.
going on at all.
Yeah. And no one in the movie has any clue of what's happening to other people.
Nope.
No.
Because at this point where we are
They
right
don't
now,
realize they're being
X doesn't
stalked.
know who the Exterminator is. They know that there is an Exterminator, and the Exterminator doesn't know that they don't know that they have anything in common at this point right now. Right?
No.
They have no interaction.
They know where the truck driver lives, but they don't think it has anything to do
to do
with
with X,
Exterminator.
but it happens out that the Exterminator's girlfriend lives in the apartment that they assumed was the truck driver's apartment.
Okay.
God, who wrote that?
All right,
That's
all right.
insane.
So they have
You have
they
to
have
say it out
the
loud.
one super happy moment in the entire movie where he watches her dance and she learns ballet and she does ballet. And
They're
he's
at
like,
like a public park.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
an
public park,
amphitheater.
It's like an amphitheater, yeah.
on a lake
Nobody's
or
there.
something.
It's just those two. They're
She's-
having
it's
this
beautiful,
private
it's lovely.
moment, beautiful moment. Then she goes to the bathroom.
Hold
and
on.
no,
Don't
he-
jump for because she walks away to the bathroom after they have their like, oh, I love you, you're great, you know.
Well, yeah,
everything.
he's like, yeah, you did wonderful. But when they walk away from the
'Cause they-
amphitheater,
remember
it
the-
shows the shot of
the shot
X.
across this fucking like lake.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
X and
It's
two
X.
other dudes
Like,
standing
sit there
there
on the
all-
rocks.
Yeah, yeah.
all
They're 3
going weird
miles
as fuck.
away.
I see
on the
you,
other side.
motherfucker.
So presumably they took a raft over or something,
Who
or
knows?
walked 3
Well, I
miles.
assume they followed them from the apartment.
Yeah,
Think
but
about that for a
they
second.
attack her that
But
moment.
think about this
No,
for a
but
second.
first there's the sausage cart.
Yeah, John.
Oh, yeah, I
But I'm
forgot.
saying, think about to get to this point, they staked out the apartment and then followed this couple that was just 2 white people to a park
And watch them dance.
and watched them dance for like half an hour. And like, no, at any point you think they were like, maybe they're not who we're looking for.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like-
maybe
like-
this isn't the couple driving the garbage truck that
That's not
attacked
the-
our armored
the
car.
armored truck
Yeah.
robbery.
Yeah.
Like, at no point did that occur to them.
Yeah, that didn't look clearly like the black elderly male
Man,
that was coming at
driving the
us.
truck.
earlier 2 weeks
It's
ago.
insane if you really think
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
really nuts.
There's such
They
a margin
followed
of error.
They followed them to a park and then somehow got across a lake.
No, what's even better about it is them standing across the lake watching that woman dance, just being like ballet dancing motherfucking garbage people. Like,
Yeah, a guy
who are fucking trying to tear down my drug empire. Like, the thoughts rolling through his head as he watched them dance, he was like, bougie ass ballet dancing, crime
Not only
fighting
that-
garbage men. I hate you so. Like, just
But he's,
floating over.
he's talking up his boys, too. That one guy brought nunchucks because he was like, we're going to wreck this shit for you, son.
I know,
We're
they're
going to
doing
do this
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
They look like they're just like two dumb white people.
Yeah.
We're gonna fucking destroy them.
It's like somebody was watching like Bill Murray and Sigourney Weaver in the fucking
Right.
fountain, and it was just like, we're going to beat those to the death.
Eviscerate that fucking flash dance bitch.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what the fuck,
Wow.
man?
Calm down, please.
Jesus.
All right,
so
so
then they walk down a path. We have no clue where they are.
Yeah, I know.
They're at some
somewhere.
type of like park or zoo or whatever the fuck they're at.
some sort of safe zone.
Yeah,
Safe-
safe
I
zone.
assume it's fine.
They're in a
Maybe it's a
safe zone.
hologram.
Because now
I
we
don't
get
know.
another breakdance.
Nothing in the city is safe.
There's a group of guys that are in like tracksuits breakdancing on cardboard next to a sausage
Oh my
cart,
God.
which I just said out loud, which is awesome.
Breakdancing is like oranges in The Godfather. In this movie, if you see breakdancing, something bad
You
is gonna
don't
happen.
see
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Golden
true.
Globus love breakdancing,
Yeah,
and that's
oh,
how
God.
it is. They love
Well,
it.
she
loves
gets all
track
into it,
suits.
and he completely checks out and starts eating sausage.
Dude, he is
Yeah,
at
yeah.
this point he has said so little. It's like, I'll just go find
Uh,
food. While she's like getting into the breakdancing, and he's over there like trying to pay for sausage. Like,
Yeah. Presumably he
What
ate
is
a
your
sausage.
life?
He
Like-
ate a sausage waiting for his girlfriend, and then he goes back and
it's
buys
not his
another
girlfriend.
one.
It's someone he met 2 days ago.
he buys a
It's
second.
his fiance. This world loves so
God,
quickly.
I wish he proposed to her before this happened.
Oh,
that was the
my
most
God.
amazing thing.
No.
Oh
And
my
the
God.
ring is something he found in the
Oh.
trash a long time
All right.
ago.
So
blow
she
pop.
goes to the bathroom while he orders another sausage. And she's in the bathroom, like washing her hands or getting ready to use the bathroom, and all 3 of the bathroom stall doors open at the same time, and it's X and 2 cronies.
Yeah.
And the music is so loud, it's like a music video because the doors all open like magically all at the same time.
It's like blah.
It was pretty funny. Then she freaks out running and screaming. That's when we get
Dude,
the
this is
worst.
the best. No, this is the
The
best scene in
worst.
the
Oh, this is the
movie.
greatest thing.
Because she screams out of the door and she's like, what is his name? She's John, help,
Johnny.
John. And then you see John realize it. Then you see in the distance, there's a police
A
horse.
police horse in
and the
slow
cop,
motion.
And then it all turns into slow motion where she's running down this hill from him. And then the horse is running in slow motion. And then all of a sudden it's John in front of the horse like,
Yeah, like he's
Yeah.
faster than
He's
a
running
horse.
faster than a horse. Not only that, she gets
God.
cracked across the legs.
dude, they
with
take
a
her legs out
2x4.
instantly.
with a baseball bat
Yeah.
right in the shins. Like,
Oh.
done.
Then they beat her with chains and a bat and stuff.
yeah, they fuck
They
her
fuck her
up.
up pretty bad. It's
And,
terrible.
and he's still running.
And the cop gets there. He shoots in the air. He doesn't
Yeah.
shoot one of them.
He like she
They're
must.
beating an innocent
Where
woman.
did she take
Kill
his
these
shit?
people.
It's like in Nebraska. This motherfucker's been running for a mile and a half.
Dude, if you're a cop in this city, you should never be not doing something. Your job
should be busy
is
all
24
the
hours
time.
a day because literally 90% of everyone is a criminal.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, there's nothing
Yeah.
happening that's like good and just in this world.
Yeah,
there's
nothing.
only
I'm sure that
people.
sausage cart guy was like putting babies into a grinder and
Oh my
selling it to
god!
people.
Everybody in this world was just people that hadn't killed people in front of cops. That's it. Everybody's killed people.
You
just
probably don't
not
even go
in
to
front of
jail
cops.
for it at this point.
Yeah.
Fine, whatever. Just pay a fine. It's
Hey, you ruffians!
so yeah.
quit
The
beating
cop
that
gets there and
aerobics
he's like, he
instructor.
calls it in, and he's like, "Stay here with her," and he walks away.
He just
after all
goes
that.
away.
He doesn't chase him with a horse or anything.
Okay, so now she's wheelchair bound.
Well, they go to the doctor, and there's the horrible scene where the doctor's like, "You see this? This is swelling in her hip," and he goes, "Oh no." He doesn't say like she's crippled or like she'll never feel her legs again.
No, yeah.
It's just like, she knows she's a dancer. Oh. And then that's the end of the hospital scene.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
But,
okay.
but the hospital scene cuts right into the welcome home scene. This is my favorite scene. Okay. They installed a mirror on one side of the wall that says, "Welcome back, honey." On a mirror.
Full body,
full body mirror.
Like,
and in front
floor
of
to ceiling, man.
And in front of the mirror is like
a bar.
a bar for like
for ballerinas and shit. Like,
No,
no.
it's like a straight
physical
parallel
it's
bars, yeah.
physical
So there's
therapy.
parallel
Yeah, it's
bars in
physical
front of the
therapy bar.
fucking mirror. So when
So
they
Faison and John-
wheeler in front of it, the fucking bar comes right to the top of her head. Like, this is as high as you're ever gonna get.
And then he starts
ever.
going like, "See, appreciate the artwork." And he's
He
pointing-
basically said, "Somebody tell me I did a good job on this."
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like, dude, it's insulting.
Can't you see what I've done for you? Look
at
how
the mirror.
amazing it is. I did the floors and I did the windows and I put fruit in this
forcing her to
basket.
stare at herself in a
Stare at
wheelchair.
herself in a
The
wheelchair.
First thing she can,
A dancer her whole life. Her whole identity is her body.
you did it.
You did this because you had to eat another sausage, you fat fuckhole.
Should have been all bound up with meat and cheese. You need,
No.
you would have
Might
needed to go to
have
the
been able to
bathroom too.
outrun slow motion.
Dude, there's nothing. Oh, it's been an hour. There is nothing in this world, this current universe, to eat that isn't meat and cheese. Let's be honest.
No,
yeah.
There's no fruits and vegetables in this city.
No.
At all. No one eats anything but meat. It's
It's
disgusting.
just meat.
No, that
and
guy eats
vodka.
a banana out of the garbage.
Oh, out of the garbage.
Later.
Has that happened yet?
No,
that hasn't
no,
because
no,
he
no.
hasn't gotten mad yet.
Yeah.
Because so she's like, she goes into her room, right?
I like that he hasn't gotten mad, but the movie started with him burning two people alive.
Yeah, but he does it casually.
He has
He's not
Yeah.
serious.
That's
Yeah.
just
just
the
does it
Exterminator on
casually.
a normal
He
day.
was just
Yeah.
like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
What's
I was
is there a
listening to
robbery
police-
going down or
Did anybody
anything?
get melt today?
Just listen to the police scanner gonna set somebody on fire.
I really could go for seeing some kids just
Do you think
fucking
he sits
char.
at the police scanner like bike theft? That's maybe not meltable. Like a meltable offense. Maybe I'll just sit it out.
What crime do I want to turn
Yeah.
someone into human Velveeta? What is that crime?
I mean, it's insane. Like, for him to use casually a fucking flamethrower. Like that, you know how much the Punisher doesn't even do that. The Punisher kills you instantly with almost without pain sometimes. This guy burns you alive.
yeah, really inefficiently.
It's sick. It's
beyond
sick. It's not cool. It's bad. It's very bad.
It's inhumane to the highest level.
You're
There's literally
smelling
nothing
yourself
worse
die.
than burning someone alive.
Oh my god,
It's like
it's a war crime.
Yeah,
It's a war crime.
seriously. And it's like, and we're watching him like get drinks with a woman and stuff. Like you're horrific.
Yeah.
You're out of your mind.
He's a psychopath, man. He is seriously ill.
Seriously.
It's bad.
It's like funny when he's like, look at yourself in the mirror. This is what your life is. It's,
You have no legs.
Deal with it.
Love.
Dude, he's so impatient. Like, well,
Yeah.
we'll get to it. We'll get to
Oh,
that
we
part.
do physical
the
therapy?
physical
Okay.
therapy stuff.
But okay, so
so she like tells them to leave. It's Faison
Well,
and the
yeah,
Exterminator.
she's like, God damn it.
I can't do this.
I can't deal with this. Made a whole wall in my house a mirror, motherfucker, and she like
Yeah.
slams the door. And
rightly
yeah.
so.
And Frankie Faison's like,
It's really
look, it's
tough,
gonna
though.
be hard, so just like let me know if you need to talk, and he leaves.
You know what?
Great
You know
if he
what's
was
funny?
like, "You're a homeless garbage man. What are you gonna do here?"
What I
Call
don't even know
you where?
Well, first off,
Call you where? You're homeless. You live in a fucking truck. How am I supposed to get in contact?
I'll just
with
drive around till I see you again.
you? Yeah, right. Yeah,
But
that's all he
Frankie,
does.
fuck. Okay, first off, you can't get sympathetic if that mirror thing is a two-man job. There's no way you did that by yourself. He did help you.
I think he meant
He's
the like
just as
welcome home
responsible.
Connie like painting he did himself.
Yeah, but they had to put
It was
that
terrible.
fucking mirror up. It's
Well, those are
ridiculous.
the doors though. I thought those were the closet doors.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, they were. She's a dancer.
You're a dance.
They were there. They didn't put the mirror up. That was already there.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
fine.
They didn't put a mirror
Okay, so
up.
now
She's
he
a
wants
dancer.
revenge.
You know how like in ballerina things they have
Okay,
like
fine.
All right, so they want a revenge and they want to ruin the drug deal that they didn't know was happening. So they take the
Well, no, he goes. He's like.
Because this
The
is
Exterminator says that shit where he's like, he says, what is it? He's like, maybe there isn't something I could have done, but maybe there is. Or some shit like that.
It's the worst fucking call to action you've ever seen.
It's
was
really
like,
bad. And he's already been melting people.
Yeah.
He's already doing
He
this
doesn't
shit.
need a reason at this point.
The fact that he hesitated to murder people after they crippled his girlfriend, although he'll melt a guy
This would be-
for just
Yeah.
robbing a liquor store,
This would be-
is
no.
insane.
Dude, this would be like if Die Hard 2 started with Bruce Willis shooting a terrorist in the head.
Yeah.
Like, nothing incited that first time, and then the plot starts. You're
Yeah,
like, well,
but
why did he kill that
Not
guy?
only that, but he didn't even know he was a terrorist until after he shot him.
Found out.
Yeah, it's confusing.
It's like the movie was like, it's not bringing the Exterminator back. He's still working. For all we know, he's been burning people throughout these scenes. Just you know what I mean? He goes home and he's like, well, I got a few hours. Let's go
Burn a couple people.
I'm gonna melt some kids that didn't have fathers. Like, what are you doing?
I mean, Jesus Christ.
It's horrible, man.
It's terrible.
He's not a hero at all.
No. That thing
The
doesn't
more you
shoot
dissect him,
GEDs.
he's like a monster.
You know? This is
There's no
bullshit.
understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he used the
He
gun,
didn't
I
want
would
to
feel so
avenge
much
his
better.
girlfriend because he wanted to keep the exterminator aspect of his life safe.
Because he needs
Yeah.
it. He needs it more than
needs it.
anything.
He needs it. This is all he
Daddy
has.
needs his medicine, which is melting human
Sick.
beings.
Yeah.
He's a sicko.
Melting the face of human
He
beings.
can barely speak to human beings. I mean, I just love that the movie thinks that he's the good guy. It totally at no point acts like he is sick or he's the bad guy, and that's something that makes it
completely
awesome.
fucking
Absolutely
bad.
justified in
Yeah, he's
everything
like,
he
no,
does.
the movie believes that he is 100% justified.
He's not.
Like he's Dirty Harry or something. It's
Yeah.
like, no, he's not doing that. He's not even a cop. He's just a guy that like
He's just
roaming
a
the
guy
streets.
who fills up a
burning
propane tank
All
and
right.
sets people on fire.
So they
He
call
tries. Well, he doesn't go straight for it first because he's like, no, blah blah blah. Then we get the like they buy that's the physical therapy thing. Then the physical therapy thing happens where he's like, come on, hey, move your fucking toes. Let's do this. Look at that. Hey, you move your toe, then move your ankle. Let's do it. Hey, well, you don't want to. She just keeps going like, I don't want to do this.
dude,
And he's
she's
like,
sitting there.
Well, just move it to the next. He's just like, he's like steamrolling her through this like
Also,
thing. It's insane.
can we talk about how depressing her life is before this? That must have been.
Yeah.
She's in a wheelchair.
She's in a
She's a dancer who lost her ability to walk, and the only person that's there to help her with physical therapy
It's some
is a
guy
that
she's
she met,
fucked twice.
It's like,
Who's a presumed homo?
oh man, it's like, is anyone's life happy? Has anyone ever
Yeah.
had a moment?
No. More bicycle kicks.
Oh my god.
No, I'm feeling better now.
I just love that he's like fast yelling at her. He's like, "Do it more, move your
He
toes."
does-
come on,
he
And
does-
her face looks like I would rather be dead. Please kill me. I have nothing to live for.
She does 1 minute of physical therapy and she can't move her toes, and he goes, "Come on, we can try it." It's like so impatient.
She's like, "I'm a
It's
dancer."
great.
He's like, He's like, "This is what you are now." I just like he's trying to make her deal with it.
It's
like,
really. It's like, dude, in time, let her go. Like,
Your
in her own
lustrous
time.
Dennis, all those Vietnamese that I
Oh,
put.
man,
You
I
can't
like
go
her
around
all.
pretending you still have legs. It's like, I'm aware.
The entire bottom half of me doesn't work anymore.
dude, imagine if I would love to see him in a long-term relationship where he like found out that she like, you know, like she like stole, I don't know, a book from the library, and he found out she was like a slight criminal, and he just said it cuts to him burning the house down or something.
She just comes through the front door from work, and then it's him in the welder.
Kavoosh.
God, he just finds out she's not perfect. She has to melt. Time to melt you.
Yeah.
He's so sick.
He's a sick fuck.
It's awesome.
He just thinks anyone who's his friend is perfect, and if they show any fault with crime,
Time to melt them.
So he talks his friend Frankie into destroying this drug deal,
because
which I didn't know
No, then
about.
she goes, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see you anymore.
her-
She like
the
throws
call
him
to
out.
action comes from her once again saying "get the fuck out" and her not wanting to do physical
stop
therapy.
ruining my
That's
life.
what makes him go, All right,
Now
now
I'm
I'll
willing
do
to-
something.
Yeah.
Now I'm willing to kill people.
Let me do what I'm best at.
but
Let me
not
do what I'm best at more.
No,
And
he
direct
doesn't
it.
do what he's best at, because when he's the exterminator, he just melts everybody. Instead, he goes, hey, friend, you have illegal arms, like, hidden in this warehouse. Let's go try to shoot them without the exterminator gear?
Yeah.
Why the fuck did he involve him at all? It doesn't
Look,
make
I
any
realize
sense.
He's
the fucking exterminator.
Frankie
He
doesn't
already
like
melted
bank
4
robberies.
people.
Frankie
He
doesn't
already
like
melted
bank
4
robberies.
people. Why would he
His
drive around and
friend
get
has
shot?
mutual interests.
Ah!
Ah!
He already ruined one person he met within the month's life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
Like,
involve
he
this
already
other
ruined
guy.
this woman's life.
Ruins
And
his
he's
life.
like, you know what? I'm going to get revenge for her.
I didn't even
Why
think
don't you
about that.
come with me? It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry. You're going to make it out of this crate.
So they take a snowplow,
And put it on the front of the dump
put it on
truck.
the front of the fucking truck.
And just start driving around the city.
Yeah, and then they smash into a goddamn warehouse where a drug deal's going down.
you're way-
you
way
skipped
ahead.
a lot.
What did they
You
do
skipped-
before
they
that?
find-
They
They
go to
just-
the bridge, remember?
They see the park. They're in the
Oh,
park.
This is insane because because the phase
Not
Donald Faison.
the phase
You're
on.
so hung up on that.
BG gets out of the truck, goes under a bridge where the ex-gang thugs are,
Okay.
and he confronts them straight forward. I'm like, do you know that they did this? Like, does anyone have any clue who's responsible for what? That you're willing to risk your life in this world against a gang by yourself with no armor? He's just wearing his normal clothing.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, thugs, what's up? And I'm like, why are you doing this?
And then he pulls up behind them with the snowplow on the truck, and you're like, you don't know who they are.
Yeah.
They're just people out late on the street.
They
And then
just look
BG beats the
outside.
shit out of him.
They fuck him up.
Yeah. They all
They
run away
stuff
except
one of them. Yeah.
They stuff the guy.
Wait, he slapped that guy for real. I
Yes,
think.
he did.
I think he actually slapped the shit out
They
of
get
that
one
guy.
for questioning. That's
which
what
is
I
the guy
forgot.
who wanted to use the woman that they kidnapped for the drug testing.
Yeah.
He's the guy who wanted to use her as his own
was it?
real doll rape thing.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
So
So-
he's God. Everyone's so awful.
They stuffed
It's
him
terrible.
in the garbage
Yeah.
truck and turned the lever on to get information from him.
Which he gets squeezed and he gets freaked out.
So he tells
And
them about the drug deal that's going to
happening
happen
right now. Right now. Like,
right now,
Like,
God.
why? If it's happening now, why are you just walking?
he begs to be let
Shouldn't you
go.
be there?
They lock him in. They lock him in the garbage.
They leave him in there, and then they go to the drug deal. This makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
No,
Damn it.
no.
So the drug deal is they give him the money that they
The
already
Italians.
showed
Yeah,
him
yeah, yeah.
earlier. Now in
It's
a
like,
bag.
now it's for real,
yeah,
guys.
now it's in a
The
bag.
drug
It's
deal
official.
took like 4 days longer than it needed to.
Yeah, it made
Yeah.
no
It
It
sense.
could have been instantaneous in an hour. They could have been in and out.
Apparently, they need a couple days for torch placement. Whatever the fuck.
Also, like, you think the mafia is not going to give you good drugs? That you need to kidnap a woman and test it on her?
Yeah.
What was their plan to take over everything by selling drugs?
That the mafia already had.
Why
Yeah.
weren't they already selling drugs? Why weren't they making their own drugs?
Because they can't.
They
'cause
had
the-
$500,000. Why didn't you just buy a tank and to wage war on the surface?
There's obviously no rule. The
It
government
just doesn't
barely
make
exists.
any sense. The whole plan of
to
buying
be perfect,
drugs.
to be perfectly honest, he's only had a week to come up with a plan
You're
to
right.
take over the city.
And he also went through a mental breakdown where he changed his entire outfit. And
Exactly.
Forgot
He's
about
not the
that.
good brother anymore. He's the bad.
He's the evil brother.
Forgot about that.
So the drug deal's going down, and who intervenes?
the truck just
The
burst
truck.
through a
The
fucking
truck.
wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, but they burst through the wall at a time where the Italian mob guy makes it sound like he has a plan to fuck them over.
Yeah, which isn't much of a plan. He just shoots.
Well,
But
roller
what
skates,
was,
man.
what,
remember because
why
X
did he
says
say that?
to the mob, dude, that before they bust through the wall, X says to the mob boss, like, "This is going to be our city," and the mob boss is like,
Too late.
You're too late."
Too late for that. And
Right.
then they burst through the wall.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
you're like, is there an arc here with that? Or
Yeah,
I
what-
thought the mob guys. I just drove
I
myself.
guess he
I
assumed
thought the
that
mob
the
guys
mob
were gonna
guys,
come back
yeah,
and be like help the Exterminator or something.
Yeah,
Or the
sounded
mob guys
weird.
are gonna double back and just kill all the gang members and keep the drugs.
They kill the
I guess.
Exterminator too.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
this scene
Yeah.
makes no fucking sense because they throw the money in the coffin that the Italian guys show
Yeah,
up in.
yeah.
This whole gunfight bullshit happens with them not firing any guns.
They get really stormtrooper accuracy.
it was real
here.
weird, and they're driving around, and that's when BG jumps out of the truck
To grab the drugs.
to grab the drugs.
Not the money, the
The
drugs.
drugs. Why? Why were they stealing their drugs?
Once again, BG has so little information about what he's involved in
BG
right
doesn't
now.
even know what's in the bag. He just
Yeah,
grabs
In his
it.
mind, grabbing those drugs is somehow
helping.
or avenging
Avenging?
what happened to this guy's girlfriend. What?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Yeah, what the
Like,
fuck are you talking about?
They throw the drugs in the fucking
Is
truck.
everyone?
No, as he's
everyone
getting
is
in the
clinically
truck.
insane.
Like,
Everyone.
Why wasn't their goal to go there and kill everyone who was there because they're the ones responsible for what happened?
Also, the Exterminator, once he saw mob guys, would be like, they need to melt, right? I mean,
Yeah,
like, right?
Yeah.
If I was the Exterminator and I got the information where the drug deal was going down,
I'd
and the
light the
guy
whole
who was
building
responsible,
on
I would have been like,
fire.
"I'm sorry, BG, this is where we part ways because I have to do something.
Exterminating.
I
Yeah.
have some exterminating to do." And then you put the Exterminator thing on, someone opens the door, and you're already there, and you melt them. Like,
Dude, he would light that whole building on
yeah.
fire. Are you
he
kidding
could've
me?
just burnt the whole fucking place down.
Yeah.
Didn't make any sense. But then when BG's trying to get back in the truck, fucking X pops out from behind a pillar and just
and
fills
shoots
him.
him.
Perforates him.
Fills him up full of lead, man.
What a life. What a life.
That was Frankie's life.
God.
right there.
He was a homeless guy who lived in his garbage truck.
And befriended somebody who
got
he
him murdered.
lent the truck to so he could fuck his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then he got shot trying to avenge her heart
Legs.
beating.
Her legs.
Her legs.
Because he was getting out of
This
the
is
truck to
that
get
white
drugs.
girl's legs. Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, who are you again?
God.
Who am I? How do we know what's
this fucking
happening?
movie.
Yeah.
The Exterminator this still doesn't
It's so
know.
loose. This is like a movie made out of paper that someone threw on a lake, and it's just you see it, it's there, but it's like it's very shortly going to be apart. Like it is so
Because
loose.
at this point, still something that needs to be pointed out at this point in the movie, which is deep into the movie, X and the Exterminator as a man don't know what each other are doing.
They don't even know who they
At this
are.
point,
They
they
haven't,
act like,
like,
well, now
talked.
we've interacted, and it's like,
no,
no,
you didn't interact.
You didn't see him. He shot him as you passed. He
Yeah.
didn't see you because
You
there
put
was
a,
a
you
guy
put a
in
full
the
clip
way.
in my friend. I'm pretty sure you
This
didn't
is
eyeball me.
This is honestly a running theme with these movies and the scripts, because every time we watch one of these, we always find out the hero and the villain are
Never
defined
meet.
to the audience, but never to themselves.
Yeah, never to
Yeah.
And the
themselves.
scriptwriter didn't bother with it. And they just assume, well, you know he's a good guy and he's the bad guy. Of course they know where each other
They're gonna
live and
fight
their
eventually,
motivations.
Yeah.
whether they know
Yeah.
each other or not.
Why? It's like fate is part of the script, you know? Like, oh, well, they're gonna fight. Just accept
Yeah.
it. You don't need a reason.
There was
It's
always a
insane.
gunslinger and a man in black. That's
Right.
it.
You might as well have them go like, "You're the man in black, right? Yeah. Oh, well, I'm your mortal enemy."
Oh, I didn't
okay.
realize
Well,
that.
let's get to it. It's like,
Nice
let's
to
go.
meet you.
But at this point, the Exterminator is still just a guy
Yeah.
that going after criminals. He doesn't know about their being a leader
No.
or anything.
It's
It's-
insane.
He turned
really
the
nuts.
only thing he accomplished was he turned his friend into gazpacho, and he has a bag of drugs.
Yep. So he takes his dog tags, drives somewhere.
leaves
Oh, on
his-
the way out, he throws a grenade out of the. It
And
looks
blows up
like
the
BG's
body.
giving him a BJ. Like he
'cause he
dies and the
falls
body
on
like
his-
falls into his lap.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's trying to like fight him off while driving the truck while stuff's exploding. So there's all this jostling.
Yeah,
So there's just
it
like
looks
this-
like his friend's
What I would
giving
say
him.
is salting.
It's
Yeah.
really fucking
He just
weird.
died for your girlfriend's legs, and you.
Man, what a weird time to be like
That you're
inadvertently
skull-fucking his
skull
corpse.
fucking your friend.
But he pulls a grenade out and blows up the Italian people.
yeah. The Italian people.
All of them.
Like
I thought
all
they
of
were
them.
gonna be a
The whole
major
nation
plot
of
No,
it,
he just
too.
blew them
They're
up.
just fucking eviscerated. It was like, okay.
Oh, they're all in one
What is
car.
the plot to this movie
Yeah.
if they're not involved? Like, I thought they would
The funny part is,
burn him up.
he drops the grenade. He drops the grenade for the truck, but the truck is nowhere near the hearse at all. So he didn't even throw it. He just sort of dropped it. And it just blew it up. I don't know.
God, that's amazing.
Yeah, there's no
So then
continuity.
But he escapes.
Then he goes to like quote, I say this quote unquote bury BG, but it's just leaving him with a blanket over top of his dead body. This man's life is living in a
to rot in a warehouse.
gets shot full of bullets by a crazy gang boss, and then he gets buried by being just laid in an alley with a blanket.
It would have been so good if, as he was dying, he was just like, "What's that motherfucker wearing a mesh t-shirt?" Son of a bitch.
I think I
killed by
got.
GOZER.
I think I got murdered by Grace Jones.
Yeah. Which Mario Van Peebles in the commentary said
He
Grace
said
Jones.
Grace Jones is one of the design. Yeah. But I got to tell you, man, then he gets full MacGyver. He's like, I'm going to take this truck. I'm going to take it, turn it into a murder truck.
Oh, my God.
It's basically the scene from Animal House when they outfit the fucking car. Yeah, it's
pretty
that.
much.
But
Yeah.
then we established the guy's not dead.
The guy inside the
truck.
compactor's
He's
still
been
alive.
eating garbage for 3
What
days.
a weird montage of him
Eating
Yeah.
trash, yeah.
building
Eating
out this
trash.
car while the guy is in the car eating garbage. It's
Yeah.
like,
It's weird. And also, while he's doing this, because he never fully understood, Jesus Christ, because he never fully understood that they were keeping tabs on him and knew where his girlfriend lived, they rape and murder her.
In a flashback.
In a
we don't-
flashback that you don't ever see. It's just like he goes to call her and she doesn't answer the phone.
and then it
And then he
shows us a
runs
shot
in.
and she has an X on her dead, naked body.
Yeah, she's like sprawled out on the bed with an X painted across
What?
her body.
I mean, no wonder he's the exterminator. This world would
Dude.
create exterminator. You know what? I'm mad that there's
Yeah.
not more of them.
Yeah, there
This
should be
world
an
would just
army.
create exterminators constantly. I mean, look at his life. You'd be driven to kill everybody at that point.
But
Yeah.
how sloppy. He's not a hero at
At
all.
all, no.
That means he abandoned her. He has not tried to even talk to her.
No, for days he was building.
insane.
For days he was in a garage building on a garbage truck while a man ate garbage next to him, and she's
Getting murdered.
not having physical
Yeah.
therapy because she was beaten in a park at the hip.
Yeah.
It's insane. What?
He just ditched her, and then he
Yeah.
still killed her.
And that's when we get to the cut to the scene of X, who is in his original aerobicized gear from a cutscene that was obviously from the beginning, dude.
Yeah. It's
Him in
just
the
him-
elevator doing push-ups while there's like the voiceover where he's talking to his people, right? And it's talking about how it's the final act, like basically it's the final act. We will not, they took everything from us, and
We're gonna
now
take
we're
it from them.
gonna take it from them, like
And I'm gonna rule.
yeah.
I rule.
But it's a shot that's obviously was filmed for the beginning before he went insane.
Yeah.
His
Before
hair
he
is
even
even
got out of
different.
the elevator.
His
for
hair
fuck's sake.
is different.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
All right, now we're at the
And
final.
that's when he lets the dude out.
Right, he lets the dude out.
Oh, no, wait, hold on.
No, he lets the dude out to
No,
follow
she
him
gets
where he
killed
goes.
while he's burying the guy.
Right.
What? Yeah.
Because he lets
He goes.
that guy.
It's an afterthought. He's like, he's burying the guy, and he goes,
Oh,
"Oh fuck!
shit.
I gotta call my girlfriend."
I should make sure she's
And that
okay.
incites him to make
That's
the
right.
super truck.
That's when he makes the super truck. Then he lets the guy out of the super truck. It's because this is the when you were
Well, like he
and
wouldn't
why
kill
isn't
that
why
guy?
isn't there an
Yeah.
X tower? Like he
No,
should
no.
know where they
are
are
by now.
He
By-
has-
at this point.
the
Yeah,
guy
it's
he
leads-
doesn't know who X
He
is
could have
yet.
followed the guy. He just let go.
He did follow the guy who
No,
lets
he
him go. Yes, he
didn't.
does.
No,
Because he gets killed by Mario Van Peebles. Mario Van Peebles kills him.
he doesn't follow him.
No, he doesn't
though.
follow that guy though.
They bring the fight to
doesn't.
him, where the truck is parked.
Yeah.
What?
When
Yeah,
he made
you don't
a
remember that?
He
I
made
must
a
have
mobile
pissed
dude.
during
No,
that
you,
one.
you
fell
did fall
asleep.
I did
asleep.
probably fall asleep.
He-
during
So
that.
the guy that was in the garbage
Oh.
truck goes to Mario Van Peebles, and he's like, and the Mario
Dude,
Van
the-
Peebles is like serious face, like they wouldn't
'Cause
have
they
known where
killed-
the drop off was except if you told him. And he was like, but I wanted to tell you because he what
Hold on.
information?
Also, he was still he was standing in front of the dead body of the guy who died in the drug deal, which
Yeah.
was before he sent a squad of people to murder and rape that woman, before he figured
Right.
that out and built a giant car. Like, there's so much time has passed.
There's so much.
He's just sitting next to that body in the.
His
I
time
mean, he's sitting in
management
an
is
alcove
incredible.
in the subway with torches, surrounded by like a cult, and he's just sitting there like staring. And then the crazy guy who was in the garbage truck, who the exterminator would never have not killed, ever. That guy would be dead. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it didn't make.
He
any
would
sense
also
he
have
wouldn't have killed him.
dysentery at this
He
point.
was
He
eating
would have
trash
just
for
shitting
days.
all day.
So he tells X is like, you're the only one that could have given up information, and you pretty much know he's gonna kill him. But then he says to him like, "But what you don't know is the guy that was driving the truck is the exterminator." A reveal that happens right before the ending battle. It was like, this shouldn't happen like an hour ago.
Yeah. By the way, this is the movie.
Yeah, by the way, here's what's
The movie
happening.
reminds itself that it's happening.
It's insane.
So then, yeah, X goes like, "Thank you for telling me," and then he breaks the
his
guy's neck.
Yeah.
And then, so that's
when they drive to him.
Yeah. And he's
He
got
made
the
a
Supertruck.
mobile death machine, and then made them come to him where it was parked, where he had it parked.
when he drives through the wall. Remember?
No, they
that
come
not-
in the building and it's just parked.
It's like
It's
around
just
the
in
corner.
the room.
Yeah.
It's just that giant room, and he's just in there.
And
Yeah,
then
because then he
starts,
starts doing
It's
the
insane.
levers, and it just shows all the machine guns
All the
going
machine
out.
guns popping
Yeah.
out of it, and he starts shooting, and you're like, "What the? Why the fuck did you? What did you build?
yeah.
You could've
Why did
built
you
a
make
turret.
a mobile death machine?
You could have just built a little."
How do they know where he lived?
The guy told him.
Oh, right.
Well, he didn't because we saw him break his neck.
He told
So,
him. He told him.
He told him that the
knew.
exterminator
He knew.
and the guy were the same person.
But they didn't tell him where.
Because the only thing they know is where the
Clearly,
girlfriend lives. They don't know where the
that
Clearly,
exterminator lives.
Mario ate his brain and
Oh,
got
he
his
got all the
memories.
knowledge.
Dude,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome.
I hope.
He opened his head up. Like,
Yeah.
Or he did like a Starship Troopers where he had, like his chest had a big finger come out of it
Yeah,
and like
and it
suck
just
out the guy's
sucked
brains.
out his brains. Yeah.
Now I know his knowledge.
Oh, that's where he is. Yeah, that's crazy. He didn't tell him before he broke his neck.
He
So he
didn't,
never
so
should have known where
He
it
should
was.
have not known where he
Dude,
lived.
the end of this movie should have been awesome. It's just the exterminator sitting in the tank waiting, but they never show up because they didn't know where the fuck he was.
That would be realistic Terminator. That's how it should have
So
ended.
yeah, he uses the truck to basically kill
All of them.
all the lackeys except X.
Yeah.
And then the two of them have the longest fucking.
It's like a Scooby Doo
It's-
thing.
it
where
really
they
is.
come out of doors,
they
they're
walk right
never
by
at.
each other, but they're
Yeah.
still looking around like they
at
have
one
no
point-
idea where the other one is.
At
One
one
guy's
point,
gotta
they go
do-
underneath the ground, like underneath this factory thing they're at,
And then they come back
and
up
it
in
seems like
another
it's
place.
the end where like the final like words are going to be exchanged,
Yeah.
and the death happens, and then it's like hard cut. They're now up. Exterminator's like 9 stories up in this
Yeah, yeah,
factory. It's like, whoa, what?
How long have they been
They
chasing
got out
each
of
other?
the basement when?
Dude, there's seriously scenes of them like basically looking at each other, but they don't acknowledge the fact that they can see each other. And then the next scene is they're like hundreds of feet apart. And you're like, what? Are you blind?
These are the
But,
only
okay.
two people with no peripheral vision.
Now, we get the exterminator. He's up in the rafters building some super exterminator gear. Remember? It was like he was making his final thing.
No, he. Oh, that's when he was putting the tank in the bag
Well, remember, because I
with the
said
drugs.
Remember-
He was putting he was putting his explodey tank in the bag with
Yeah.
the drugs.
right. And then there was a point where he was like, "You want these? Is this what you want?" And he's like, and then he doesn't give the bag to X. That's important.
Okay.
Because he doesn't give the bag of drugs to X, and then doesn't that when X like shoots his gun at him, and then it's more chasing, right? Because like he doesn't give the bag away. The way this movie ends is amazing.
Yeah, it's
Then it
horrific.
cuts
It's more
to
chasing.
Then it cuts to scenes of the exterminator like getting another like bag of fuel for his like fire extinguisher, not fire extinguisher, flamethrower. Because this is important how this plays out. It looks like the exterminator is suiting up. It's like, I've got one last weapon. I'm gonna fucking toast this motherfucker, right?
Yeah, we thought he was gonna shoot himself like a missile at him. or
Right,
something.
it seems like
yeah.
something's gonna happen, and then
Dude, there's a
After a scene where he didn't give him the drugs.
Hold on, I just want. There's a really long scene of Mario Van Peebles sneaking, quote unquote, through all these like spikes sticking out of the ground. Is so good.
Where the Exterminator just standing in plain view, staring at it.
At any moment he could have. Hey, stop doing that. You look like an asshole. Hey, I'm up here.
I'm up here.
Yeah.
I can see you. You look like a fucking moron.
So you think he's got like the ultimate flamethrower on, and Mario Van Peebles is coming down a corridor like ready to fight, and then you're like, okay, that other thing wasn't the last standoff. This is it.
Yeah.
And then Mario Van Peebles looks down, and there's the bag, and he's like, okay, he gets down, unzips the bag, and it explodes
instantly,
killing X.
Yeah.
He couldn't.
What?
Yeah.
But we trapped the bag. That's it.
And then it cuts to a shot that was from 15 minutes earlier of Exterminator just staring.
Oh, we forgot about that. There's a scene where he operates a crane to dump a bucket of oil on people.
Yeah,
to then burn them. But when it cuts to him like blowing the flamethrower to the shot of the people burning, they're like. They're so far apart. They've already been running on
fire. Run away from each other.
It would have to shoot like 300 feet for it to work. Yeah,
it was insane. But anyway, and they cut back to that shot.
So the main villain of this movie dies from being exploded by a bag that had a trigger in it. A bag that wasn't given to him earlier when he wanted it. He could have died like earlier.
Up a long time ago.
And then we cut to a shot of a tunnel, and we see the Exterminator walking down it, taking off all of his weapons.
Takes off the flamethrower.
Yeah.
And then it's it. That's credits. Amazing.
But the hallway shot is so long.
It's so long. It's like at least 45 seconds to 2 minutes.
He could have unbuckled his pants. We don't even know.
Dude, that's how the movie ends. Everyone he knows is... The Exterminator 3 would be an amazing movie, because at this point... What do you
think? Like, don't talk to me. You'll just end up dead. And I'll have to melt a bunch of people. Or probably blow somebody up.
He's never stopping melting people.
Yeah, why aren't you close to people? Well, after that bad week I had.
Let me tell you, man. You melt 10 people in a week, and you just don't want to talk to people anymore.
Yeah.
Melting people's exhausting. It's like mental exercise.
Is it? It's his trigger. They're melted.
He has to deal with it.
Oh yeah, he looks.
Every time he melts one, he gets a little more sick. You know,
he gets more lost.
He melted 4 guys, and then a week later, he's like, I could go for a Roma sausage.
I mean, honestly, let's be honest here. The sex that he has is not weird enough for how sick this fucking guy is.
Yeah, he should be like cutting her up.
Yeah, or himself or something. He needs to be like fucked in the head.
He likes pegging. We didn't get to that part.
He's demented beyond belief.
There's got to be something wrong with this guy.
He is so he is such a bad character
his crotch should
he has no dimension at all.
There's nothing cool about him whatsoever.
He should just have charred leg scar tissue right here.
White male that uses flamethrower to kill criminals. It was like you took the tagline and didn't write a character. You just left it as that description.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't even speak. Oh, Doc, is she gonna use her leg? Oh my God, dude!
Wow,
it's really
just
bad.
talk, just say anything.
I love the actor didn't like to wear the helmet because he thought it looked stupid.
Yeah, according to the director's commentary, the doubles were in the helmet the whole time, which makes the ending that much fucking worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't even.
There wasn't even that. He wasn't even there.
Like Mario Van Peebles knows some form of martial arts. I don't know which one, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't he know?
I'm sure. Yeah,
he's in action movies and stuff. Like eventually,
you don't star in Highlander 3 without knowing martial arts. That's the. Also, this was notably his first major role. He said that in the commentary. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but you know why he didn't know that? Because he doesn't want anybody else to know that.
He did a commentary. He's proud of it. He sounded proud of it on that commentary.
He didn't sound proud of it when he was going like, yeah, man. Yeah, you know, that was...
Hey, that's the same warehouse.
Yep, that was definitely in that city.
Yep, I remember that city.
He originally he said he auditioned to be BG. And
God, I wish he wanted... He gets just as fucked in Jaws 4, though. He gets bit in
I
half
think
for his friend for
It would
no
be
reason.
nice if the world gave like Van Peebles one great role before he like either retired or died.
Yeah.
He needs
is
like a
good.
Michael Rooker like goodbye type thing, you know?
He can do good work.
He can, yeah. That's what I'm saying. The last thing he did was direct that
I like
Nick Cage movie.
Which one?
What was it? The Nick Cage movie that was
Which one?
man, hold on. It was like a it was some Nick Cage movie and everyone was like, watch this trailer, and then at the end of it said directed by Mario Van Peebles, which is like this little icing on the cake of what?
Wait a minute. Who is it? Oh no,
It was like a
USS Indianapolis is the
yeah,
story
the
of
sinking
Jaws.
of the USS Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Nick Cage movie directed by Mario Van Peebles.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, one big like Hollywood movie with him as a great character piece would be nice.
That would be
Just something for him to chew on. Because he just never got it, really. You know,
No.
Jaws 4 don't count.
I don't know, man.
Can they just make an action movie with him and fucking Lorenzo Lamas?
There you go.
Mark Dacascos.
Mark Dacascos.
And the
All
bad,
your favorite '90s action movie stars.
the
Not
bad-
B
oh,
list
dude,
action
those
movie stars.
three and the bad guy is Jeff Fahey.
No,
That's my favorite movie
No, no,
ever.
Jeff-
I mean, that's done. That's,
Jeff Fahey is
That's perfect.
is the Nick Fury of this universe.
Or that'd be oh man,
but he turns out to be the
You know
bad
what?
guy.
Jeff
The bad
Fahey
guy-
wouldn't be a bad Nick Fury. He could be
Yeah.
an okay Nick Fury.
He could be a good.
Yeah.
actor.
Yeah.
But I would make the bad guy the guy who played Hercules.
Who?
Wait, Kevin
Jason Mo-
Sorbo?
Kevin Sorbo.
Oh, I think
Oh my god.
I'd make that the bad guy.
Gee, what a headline on that DVD, man. Kevin Sorbo, Jeff Fahey, Mark Dacascos, starring and directed by Mario Van Peebles.
Yeah.
Would watch.
Featuring Don the Dragon Wilson and Billy Blanks.
And Lou Diamond Phillips.
And Lou
Fuck
Diamond
yeah,
Phillips.
just for a
as like
scene.
him as like Miss Doubtfire or something.
Yeah. And this, Lou
Like a
Diamond,
cross dressing would be in a fat suit or something.
Yeah.
Would be
Lou
insane.
Diamond Phillips is Cherokee Jane.
God.
Somehow you God damn it, dude. That is amazing.
Most double offensive.
That's like the Expendables of like D-list
yeah.
90s people. That's awesome.
Does anybody have $4 million?
You can make
You
a
can
movie.
that today.
A couple iPhones. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It'd be great.
Eric Roberts could be the Thanos. Who
Dude, there's
gives
no
a
way
shit?
out. Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah.
Eric Roberts would have to be in that movie.
Yeah.
He's-
He's the guy behind the guy. He's the Moriarty of this.
What if we
universe.
just started killing all the famous movie stars so all our favorite D-list actors have to star in these movies, these big budget movies?
I don't know if you know how the studio.
if we
system-
kill
No!
John, if we kill enough stars,
Yeah, it's like-
Avatar at like
Well,
5 will
clearly.
have like Mark Dacascos in
Yeah,
it.
man.
Yeah.
Because no one will be like,
Oh,
Clearly, you're gonna have to crash a plane into the Oscars.
dude, that is
kill
not a bad movie
everybody.
script. Somebody decides for their favorite movie stars to come back, they need to kill all the current ones.
Like they blow up the Oscars. Oh my god.
I think some Jeff Fahey fan decides that's the only
Yeah,
way that he'll be in
because
he'll never
Transformers
be
6.
there.
Everybody who did get that phone call to be at that AFI screening or something can basically lives.
Imagine how awesome it would be if like
God, that'd be great.
all those
Alternate
guys.
universe.
Why not? I just look, the story and the acting doesn't matter, so have all those guys in like Transformers 6.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing anyway? It's
you're gonna
just-
save a bunch of money.
you don't need Mark Wahlberg. You get some fucking Jeff Fahey, Mark
Give a
Dacascos. I want to see Mario Van Peebles drinking a Bud Light.
Richard Grieco as the president.
Give me it. See Thomas Howell. Get him in there.
Yeah.
Get him in there with a fucking real shitty looking goatee. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want a
Yeah.
shitty goatee. See
Shitty
Thomas
goatee.
Howell.
See Thomas
Oh,
Howell.
big screen, 2018.
Fuck yeah. Geostorm 2.
Dude,
I can't wait.
why can't Geostorm 2 have these guys in it? Oh man, it's such a perfect movie.
Oh
for
my
that.
god, what if the first
I know, if, like-
what if the first Geostorm killed everybody else except these men? They have to repopulate the universe and they gotta find like
just
one
like-
test subject. It'd be like
I like when we saw
Liniak or
Transformers
something.
5. Yes, we did. Anyone listening?
Yeah.
It
That-
was great.
After
Yes.
Geostorm trailer, Matt's the only one in the theater to go, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
so excited.
said
I
it
watched
so
a
loud.
3-minute trailer with no dialogue whatsoever, and it was just stuff blowing up, and I was like, all right, here we go.
And it has the name of a sci-fi channel movie.
Dude, I told you when the second trailer came out, and I was like, oh, Gerard Butler's in this. I didn't see anything recognizable. It was just like stuff blowing up, and I was like, all right, awesome. I had no idea Gerard Butler was in it. I couldn't tell anyone was in it. I thought it was just the Earth going to be exploding.
Like, it's
for an
just
hour and a
nature
half.
footage. CG nature footage. Just watch this.
That teaser was amazing.
On a side note, I hope they make enough Kung Fu Pandas that one day he could be introduced as Panda Garcia.
Oh.
What are you doing? What was that? We're talking about Geostorm and that's where you go? What the fuck was that? All right, well, I mean, you know what? It's fine because that panda joke was still somehow better than Air Bud.
Yeah.
What?
Well, no, I mean,
That was a really bad Panda joke.
it's a terrible panda joke.
Yeah,
Not
all
even
Air
close
Buds
to
are all
Andy
the-
and Panda.
In the end, though, it's just amazing how the content changes how I feel about bonus discs.
A lot.
It's just such a different experience.
That was so much more fun than it's been in a while.
Well, because that's like the point.
Yeah.
And then we had the dumb idea.
I'm so glad I was here at the Alpha and the Omega. The beginning and end.
It's a lot different when you're watching movies for children that
just
nobody
hard,
cares
man.
about.
Can we?
Yeah.
Let's
It's
let's
just hard to watch the
decompress.
same movie 14
Can I
times. with a
debrief you
different
guys
skin.
on the Air Bud series? How do
Stay
you
away
feel
from it.
like a person? How do you know that you've watched every single one of them? Do you feel less of yourself?
No.
No.
No, I mean, what it was. I don't know why exactly we did it, but it was. I think the best thing that came out of it, and I'll be diplomatic here, is that I think we got guests on that I probably wouldn't have. I probably wouldn't have bothered so much to get on because I know everyone's so busy. The guests made it worth it. It was funny, but man, like watching this kind of a movie, like Exterminator 2 for me is really enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
no,
movies
it's just-
haven't been enjoyable for like 7 months, which changes the reason I feel like we do this, Matt. A little bit, you know what I mean? Like I feel
Yeah.
like we do it to watch movies we actually enjoy.
Yeah.
And then their Bud thing was like, you won't enjoy this.
How has
So-
Air Bud affected your friendship at all?
None.
Nothing. That's funny.
Nothing,
We've
you're
watched
right.
way worse than
Airbud's
that.
not that powerful.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
I was gonna say, man, it's not the worst idea podcast. Or anything.
Yeah.
Like if we were watching Airbud every day for 2 years, I
that
can't.
might have happened. That might. I mean, that might be a
Dude, if
problem.
we were watching like Santa Buddies every day for 2 years, I'd probably
Was there ever a
walk
point?
into the forest and never come back.
Gone.
Just walk
He
in the
got up in the
forest.
middle of the night, walked away into the darkness.
My
and we've
Facebook
never
stat
seen him
just
again.
is like it's over.
It's just his car at the
He
end of
fell.
the woods.
Santa Paws did it.
Was there ever a movie like that you guys wanted to quit? Was there any movie that you were like, oh, we should stop this?
I don't think so.
Or did you just barrel through?
I mean, dude, we didn't stop, if Air Bud didn't do that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I feel like that's the only time we've ever watched movies formulaic, weren't for us. And like this, nobody, like Exterminator 2, nobody cared about if it made sense or not. But if you take a kid's movie that nobody cares if it made sense or not, it's different.
Yeah,
It's not nearly as interesting
Yeah.
because it's like almost, I don't know what to say. Like it's almost a different type of.
forgivable, excusable.
Yeah, because it's for kids.
Yeah.
Here it's like it's for adults and they didn't care, so it kind of makes it funnier. Whereas that it's just like, it's kind of sad. You're just like, I'm not even supposed to be watching this. It's not supposed like it doesn't make sense and I'm not supposed to be watching it. So
Yeah, this isn't even for you.
yeah, that's I think we said it a few times on a few episodes. Like these aren't for us.
All right, one last question. Would you ever do a series like this ever again?
You mean like Air Bud?
Like a 14 movie series?
What other fourth? I mean,
I can't imagine, man.
the
I
only
can't
other
imagine.
things that go into 14 series
Are like
is
Land Before Time,
Medea and other
Medea.
children's things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what if you did Medea?
If Saw
No.
hits 12 movies, I'll watch.
You'll do 12 Saws?
I don't want to do
Those
12
aren't-
Saws on bonus disc though.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
I
Like,
That sounds more of an instant screaming.
yeah, I just thought that like Air Bud, it's like the absurdity of a basketball dog having 14 sequels is or 13 sequels is the only reason that was even remotely funny for a moment for everyone else. It's kind of a joke we can look back on and be like, we did it. Why would anyone?
Well, what were the names of the two guys that did all those parody movies, like date movies, superhero movies?
Seltzer and Freeberg.
Would you do all the Seltzer and Freebergs?
No, because talking about those is
That's just talking about bad comedy. Those aren't even written.
Yeah.
Those are just fucking.
like the thing about
scenes.
Air Bud that
That's
was
just a
the
bunch
saving
of reference jokes in a chain.
Yeah.
the saving grace of Air Bud is that it wasn't necessarily comedy movies. Like there was, you know what I mean? Like Air Bud's not a comedy like the first one. I don't think it has jokes in it, but it's a family movie. Doing comedies on something like this, man, it sucks. To watch.
'Cause I don't want to watch a bad comedy. It's just boring. A bad action movie is like awesome.
I saw with former guest of the show Mike Stetis, I saw a disaster movie, Seltzer Freeberg's disaster movie, because he had free tickets, and he got a little bit famous online for making fun of him. Like he got it slightly viral for a moment, and I still retain that's the laziest movie I've ever seen in a theater.
Wow.
Like it's just people standing in location saying things in the laziest manner, and it's all terrible jokes. I wouldn't even want to watch that for this. Like, I don't even know if you can insult it. Like, it did the work.
Wow.
You know, it's like the saddest fucking movie I've ever
Oh, we gotta
seen.
keep an eye out for the fucking Unhinged remake when that happens.
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah.
see how bad that is. I want to, if that's worthy.
That's one of the movies we kind of did first, even though it's not an
I
episode.
love that movie.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys never will do this ever again.
Probably not.
The only thing that we're gonna come close is that maybe in a bit we're gonna watch the Andy Sedaris movies. Remember Mike?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Mike,
but-
former guest of the
but
show, Mike
those-
TV, bought us.
Those have slight variations.
No, and those are kind of work into this. Those are basically action movies with TNA action movies that make no sense, and that's fine.
Yeah, that involve remote control drones. So,
Are we gonna do like Land Before Time? No.
no,
Or I don't want
of
to. No,
course
we're
not.
not doing Medea. Hey, Matt, if you want to, just start another podcast. I can't.
Did you hear that? If
I
you
mean,
even if you attempt it, I'm gonna make you start another.
I mean,
podcast.
dude, they're comedy movies too. So
we could.
reviewing comedies. They're comedy movies.
Yeah.
You know,
Are they all? Yeah, I guess they are all.
they're comedies. We saw Boo, John.
Yeah.
Boo was a comedy through and through with like 5 minutes of heartfelt stuff, and then a prison bus like ending that involved rape jokes. It was like, what, dude?
Would you do something like a year of Christmas movies?
No.
Holy shit, that'd be fun. I actually think that'd be fun.
A year of Christmas movies.
Yeah, but are they stuff like Lifetime Christmas
It'd be like
movies
Black
and stuff?
Christmas.
I would do that. I would do a year of Lifetime movies.
Oh man.
Lifetime movies are really good.
Sometimes they're
could do
really
that.
bad.
We could do that.
Yeah.
God damn.
2018, all
Well,
Lifetime
Who?
movies.
Don't promise anything yet.
All right.
Oh man.
I mean, we only need 36. What? No, like
30.
20. No, we need
you do
26.
26 movies.
6 Lifetime movies.
Yeah, they don't make enough of
You
those.
start a list right now. Craigslist here, killer. That was my favorite one. Craigslist
All right.
is one of the best.
Damaged.
you
You
gotta
gotta watch
do-
Damaged.
Damaged. Mother May
May Sleep in Danger.
Obviously.
Man.
Fuck.
So many internet ones that are good
I know.
because they have no idea what the internet does. or
Here's
is
my
for.
thought is like, as far as bonus disc is concerned, I'm fine. I don't think I'd
Wait,
ever.
is that fireman porn one? Is that a Lifetime movie or is that a?
I think.
I
think it is.
with Kirk Cameron.
No, that's not a Lifetime movie.
That's not. A
Oh,
Lifetime
that's
movie.
not okay. I don't think I don't think I'm fine with like doing a theme, but maybe alternating only. I don't think we should watch the same thing every time.
I think you should, because it should be punishing and horrible and not fun at all.
You're not on it.
I
You're
just wish
not
life
on
was
it.
normal.
I'm just putting it out there, man. You should just do.
I don't know, man. Like stuff like
Horrible
Exterminator 2 is like, I think it's like, I feel like that's almost the reason we do this.
No, this
More of a
movie's
palate
perfect.
cleanser.
This movie is like this, or like The Crow 4.
Turbulence 3.
You know, Tor.
Oh, Crawlers is on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the Crawlers at some point soon.
Yeah.
Like, there's a definite.
What a boring movie, The Crawlers.
It's
is.
so boring, but it's a great bonus disc. You know, it's a great
Yeah.
bonus disc. I don't know, man. Look, I mean, I think a few people. You're not the first person. I don't know about you, Matt, but you're not the first person, John, to ask me why, or like, what am I getting out of it?
It's like, what kind of question is that?
wouldn't
Why
you
do
ask
anything?
I know. Well,
Every
former
reasonable
guest of the
person
show,
would ask
Michael
that.
Zaccardi, was like, I said something about. I was like complaining about, oh man, I got to watch Treasure Buddies today or something, and he was like, I love it when people who do things to themselves complain, and I was like, look, I know I'm complaining, but in general, it's still fun.
Yeah, it's
Like, I wouldn't do this and pay
yeah.
for it. I don't make. I'm paying money to be on a server, you know, not much, but I wouldn't do it if I fucking hated it. Like, if this was that actually bad, you know. I mean,
It's only because they were so formulaic.
yeah. Other than that, it was
just because you were like, oh God, I'm gonna go on another one of these things where it's just everything's gonna happen at the same time in the movie.
Who
and
knew they could figure out a way to switch it up with magic dogs?
It does dude. It doesn't matter. They're in space. They're on Earth. They're in the past. They're fucking magical. They got superpowers. Everything happens at the same beat. Like, it's
I'll tell you
horrible.
what bothers me about the Air Bud series. What bothers me, I love this episode because it's so long and we're just talking about this. But
Yeah.
it's that it ended with Super Buddies. When either rewrite Super Buddies or something, because it's since we said so many times it's all one man, I really am disappointed that Air Bud wasn't given justice as a character. Like, I know it's insane to say that, but I wanted him to come back and have like his goodbye. Like, after all this time
The
and all
dog
these movies,
died after the first movie.
but the characters are still alive.
Oh.
So and remember,
Yeah,
the
they
Air
just
Buddies
kind of like ditched Air
Bud
Bud entirely
for his kids, and I was like, I just wanted him to have his goodbye scene. You know, give him his Last Jedi or some shit. Like,
He's a fucking dog.
but in the universe of this, he's a god, number one.
Not just a
He is.
fucking
In this
dog.
universe, he's much more than that, and it's
It's like
like
an avatar of God, I think. Of
Okay.
a God.
yeah, he's definitely from heaven. You saw the first one.
Okay,
He's
okay.
from heaven,
I
John.
know he's from heaven.
Yeah,
But
he's from heaven. I just wanted there to be Air Bud to come back and be the president, like Matt said, or just to have like a goodbye. Like
do you know how
to save the
crazy
Air
this
Buddies,
sounds?
like Air Bud makes some sacrifice or something. Just bring him back for a moment and just acknowledge where all this horse shit came from.
this, you know how crazy this sounds.
Yes, but we just spent all this time, so I thought about it, and Air Buddies was just, Super Buddies was just kind of like another Buddies movie, and I was kind of hoping
They should've
there would be a
tied it up.
moment, you know.
Tie it up
Yeah.
with a bow.
Just a one, even a scene with Air Bud, like when the spaceship comes down at the end of the Super Buddies, and it's like like Air Bud is like somehow has been written in to be at the farm, and he's like, I'm gonna go with them, like, you know, some goodbye or like acknowledgement that he was responsible for everything, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, but no one cares, so it's fine. No one's ever gonna care because
care.
no one ever watched all of them. Well, because I don't really care about Air Bud. I don't even like it that much. But it's like,
Yeah, no.
I just want the story
What do
over
you-
14 movies to have an ending. That's all. And it
Do
didn't
you
have an
do
ending.
you miss anything?
About what?
What? The Air Bud movies? No.
Would you?
I don't know if you get up early on Saturday and go, I don't have to watch an Air Bud movie today. You're not like going, oh shit, oh we missed one. Like, you don't have one of those dreams.
Yeah,
There was a point where I told Ann one time, I was like, I might have to not watch an Air Bud movie because something happened with my car or something. And I was like, I might have to miss one of the Air Bud movies. And she was like, that's good. And I was like, I'm not a quitter. I was like, I can't just not watch one of them.
Yeah, you have to finish it out.
Yeah.
What time
We're
is it?
still recording,
What
Huey.
the fuck?
Let
Huey,
Let him fucking
Your
dry his
smell
clothes.
like mildew now.
I'm starting it.
He started.
I mean, Huey's gonna start. He's gonna ruin this podcast for something that can wait.
I think
It's not. It's still waiting.
Look, thank you, John, for trying to interview us.
I'm just
about
trying to help
Air
you
Bud
guys
for
out
some
to
reason.
debrief you on the Air Bud experience.
Dude, we just need to
you
forget
did
about
something
it,
that
move
no
on.
human has ever done.
I think there's other.
Someone had to.
There's other people.
Robert Vince watched them all.
There's
Yeah,
definitely other
technically.
people. No. To be fair, there's a guy that has a blog where he watched everyone and then wrote a text blog about it.
Why
Yeah.
is your dryer so loud?
Turn it down,
Jeez,
man.
that's so loud.
Murdering this podcast.
You're a sound guy. Come on. It's just there's a buzz.
Maybe there's a buzz.
The buzz. There's other people who have watched a lot of the Air Bud movies. I don't think anyone has done as much. No, has made as much review material as we did. It's like 15 hours.
Yeah,
It's
you do
disgusting,
realize
honestly.
you'll be studied by future
We're gonna die one
generations.
day, and somewhere on a server is 15 hours of us talking about Air Bud. It's like insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it just stops getting paid for, and then that just goes away. That's it. That's the end of it.
Are we really talking about Oblivion now?
Yeah, and then just
Like
like
one
Air
day
Bud,
the
as
Earth
just
will
as
be-
Air Bud
Air Bud-
becomes
Yeah.
dust, we all
Earth
become
will,
dust.
Earth will be swallowed by the sun, and we'll lose all of this wonderful Air Bud knowledge.
What's your favorite one, Matt? In reflection, just say it.
Just say it.
What's your
Matt!
favorite one?
Say it.
I know what mine is. Air Bud 3, which is World Pup.
It's football than baseball, soccer than baseball. I don't care, dude. Whichever one had the fat guy eating the sandwiches.
Oh, that was a good one. Mine's
Yeah.
Spooky Buddies, but
Spooky Buddies.
The Buddies movies suck.
they terrible. But that's the one. God damn it!
They're really bad. The Spooky
Hey,
Buddies.
the
I mean,
way
the
you
Buddies
gotta,
movies
you gotta
are
deal
not.
with the noise pollution.
No Buddies movie is as
Oh yeah, they're worse.
easy to watch as Air Bud movies. Like
It's really
Air
Harlan
Bud movies are
Williams.
like,
It's really
I
Harlan
I
Williams.
kind of get what's going on. It's fine. Everything's cool. It's a little wacky. The Buddies movies are just like, shut
mean-
these fucking dogs up. Why is that one racist? Can
Yeah.
anyone look below their knees? Like, it's just like.
Also, the Buddies
They're
movies are
infuriating.
about dogs, whereas the Air Bud movies were still about humans.
Yes.
Which is a big fucking difference.
Yes.
Also, all the promises laid out in your episode with the napkins and the jizz and all that shit never really was a through line.
There was the pudding cup thing.
The pudding cup thing.
In the third or second one.
I'm vindicated.
For what?
There
Because
was
the
the
pudding
pudding cups
cup
came
thing.
back. There was a veterinarian who,
Yeah, there
in
was.
every scene he was eating pudding cups, and then there was a scene where him and the mother ate dinner, but on the table there was just a giant bowl with a huge spoon, and it looked like pudding.
Yeah,
Was in
because it's a cum-based economy.
I guess it
They
didn't
just
happen
see
in any other
protein
movies.
Smoothies. That's the government.
Because
gives
how
them.
many times do you see
All
somebody
right.
paying for something in a
gotta
movie?
stop!
We
There's
gotta
no
stop.
more. Exterminator 2 is better than the entire Air Bud franchise.
Exterminator 2 is really fun to watch.
Nobody-
Mass farting. There's
Farting
a
a lot.
washing machine on. This is like 9 hours of recording, and this is falling apart. John, thank you.
You're welcome,
And
guys.
now we have.
You're welcome.
I
You're
just want to
welcome.
note
I'm
something
welcome.
that John came on an episode. And we watched
What we
the
were
movie we
supposed to
said we were
You
going to
promised.
watch, which was an action movie.
X.
You
It's an
should.
action movie. You're welcome.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
You better.
Stop falling asleep.
Don't bait and switch me again, you bastard.
I mean, it could happen anytime. You don't know.
That's true. That's really
If you show
scary.
up, you're basically volunteering.
I don't know if
for
I
the bait
watched
and
the
switch.
Executioner. I could have fell asleep and you switched tapes.
The Executioner? You mean the Exterminator?
Exterminators.
Oh, man.
I thought it was Executioner.
You have
too.
respect for a man that melts people.
Shut the fuck up.
All right. Good night. Good night. Bye.
Bye.
You've just listened to Bonus Disc, available only on Thundergrunt. Questions, complaints, and movie suggestions can be posted to facebook.com/bonusdisc. Opinions and criticisms of the hosts of Bonus Disc are 100% valid, even though they took the time to watch the movies you were too ignorant to appreciate.